All right, now try it now.
Let's hear it, Kermit. I'd love to hear it, Kermit.
Yeah, maybe it'll.
Hello there. I'm
Hey,
Kermit.
Marge.
Kermit
Hey
the
guys, how you
Frog.
doing? It's me,
Kermit
the Frog.
I'm Kermit.
I'm Kermit. I don't know how that's not even similar to Homer.
The Homer. We'll do Homer. Now do Homer.
Oh God, were your headphones on that whole time?
Mine?
Yeah.
No.
I
But
somehow would find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
That.
No, I put them.
Hey, this is episode 74 of the Forehead Fables podcast. Oh man, this one's a doozy. This one's got heartbreak. This one's got levity. It's got some high moments, some low moments. It's got political intrigue. It's got a little bit of everything. And I think because of its well-roundedness, that's what makes this probably one of the all-time great episodes of this entire podcast. The guest is Harley Mornstein, the host of Epic Mealtime, principal of Video Game High School. Great guest and everything, and we fucked up so bad. We squandered this opportunity so bad. This episode sucks so much. Bryan showed up way too fucking high. Fucking started the recording and didn't tell him we had started looking at his phone for 8 fucking minutes. It was such dog shit. I drank too much at dinner. It's not good. It wasn't fucking good at all. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy episode 74.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam's smoked too much weed. He's too high. Sorry. Not to narc.
True.
Yeah.
He's eating
Well, I
fucking
just had to
coffee
get that off my
beans.
chest.
I'm eating a lot of espresso beans to try to fucking level this out here.
Wait,
Dude, you're like one of my wait, what?
The weed espresso beans?
No.
he's
That
trying
would
to
be
get rid
an
of the
awesome
weed.
combination. No,
It
I'm
is.
trying to
I
use
love
the
those.
caffeine to counteract the
Classic.
highness. Yeah.
Is
Classic
it
move.
working? Does it work?
Yeah, that water in the face, I was hoping would really do the job, and it really didn't.
I always keep these 1,000 milligrams next to me.
1,000 milligrams. What are you, like a
What-
fucking circus elephant? What the hell?
Yeah, what?
I like to get
1,000.
scared.
Yeah, Jesus.
What a man.
Being
You know what?
stoned is, yeah.
It was kind of a funny little family thing that happened. It's like everybody's real hush hush about it, but God, I shouldn't be saying this. I have a family member. I'll try to distance it and scramble a little bit.
That's
I have a
fine.
family member that all of a sudden would get these horrible, like he would start vomiting everywhere. And this is a very right wing conservative man. And he would vomit every time we went to a restaurant. He'd be in the parking lot like, oh shit. And he would start puking. And he kept going to the hospital. They're like, maybe it's a gallbladder thing or something like that. And he got his diagnosis back, and it was like so hush hush around the family. Nobody wanted to say what it was. He's like, I figured out what it was. Apparently, he had just been smoking weed so much from the moment he woke up until he went to bed for like 8 years. His body was just like, you need to fucking stop. You
need
to
air.
stop. Yeah. And he has some sort of like aversion to it now or something. It makes him vomit.
First man that dies from too much weed is going to be your conservative uncle or something.
Yeah.
There you see.
Yeah. Anyways,
What episode is this?
this episode
73.
What? Is it?
73. I guess new and not us. That's not good.
All right.
Good first sign. And what's the name of this podcast again?
We should rebrand it.
Yeah. Okay.
Rebranded.
Yeah, we should come up with a different name for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I
fucking
concur.
naming a podcast. It's like I have a podcast like deal that just went through just to like pay the production for the episodes. And I sat there for like literally like it's probably been a year where I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna call this stupid ass thing? I hate naming it. Anyways, I just settled on someone else's suggestion, which was binge eater. But then I sit there, I'm like, someone's gonna
That
type
works.
in binge eater, and you're gonna get a million things. Some fucking
Oh.
loser's also gonna get triggered by binge eater.
Dude,
But
the
I'm like,
M-
fuck it, let's just go. I'm tired.
The
I'm
M
tired
is
already.
right by the B. You might get some porn results on accident if they look up
Oh.
binge eater too. You gotta be really
That's
such a
careful
common
with that.
search term, yeah.
I look that up all the time. Yeah. Now I might find a cool new podcast and when I misspell my porn search. So oh, sweet. Well, congrats on a podcast deal. That's cool.
Thank you.
Naming them sucks. So yeah, I mean, Brian and I got no influence in the name of this podcast. I mean, look at Sam's
Oh, of
forehead. I
course.
mean, it
Yeah,
becomes
it's-
self-evident. But when I tell people, like, I just have a regular forehead. So like, what the fuck am I on this podcast for?
Yeah.
But,
You guys came on as like an afterthought, and
Yeah.
then it just ended up sticking. And so, yeah, now we should probably
I
like
have
rebrand
brand
or something.
loyalty, so I razor my hairline back.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
gonna meet her every year. I'm on it.
I love those like barber fuck up videos where they move someone's hairline back like half an inch and you just see the person sobbing in the barber chair.
I've got a
Yeah,
big
that'd be
head, so
great.
I definitely have some real estate for a big forehead, but I'm just not there yet.
You'll
So.
get there. Maybe.
And maybe we don't need to rebrand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, I think it'd be
We'll grow
jolting
into
to-
it.
It's like what, a 3-year-old podcast to just suddenly be like, now we're called. And also,
Yeah,
like, then we have
that's
to,
what
like,
makes it
listen,
different.
Listen, he just said how much it sucks naming it. Then we'd have to go through that whole process of like, what the fuck do we name it?
And then you got to do the art on each.
Oh, yeah, you got to change.
Yeah, that's why you get
everything, too.
that's why you get
You can
slaves
still keep
and
the
like
forehead. You just
Fiverr.
put
Get
new text
Fiverr.
on it.
Or get dedicated.
Fiverr slaves? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Fiverr slaves. Those little
Oh,
Indian
Jesus
guys on
Christ.
Fiverr. Yeah, you can get them to make anything.
Just
Or
some-
you could do what they always do where they go like, hey guys, I got this idea for this contest. Let's have an art contest. And then you have the audience, they will generate all the artwork for you.
You have to
Hmm.
sign an NDA.
Yeah, and then you
Or
give them to
entries
sign
and
something,
contracts.
give them
Make
like
those
$40.
idiots work for you.
Yeah, for sure. That's the way to do it. Oh no.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
very insightful.
Yeah,
Boo.
this is this one's falling apart at the
I
seams.
know.
She's fucking gone already.
Is it back now or no?
Yeah,
Well,
you're
we
back.
can
You're
hear
back a
you.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're having a
you,
we're having
okay,
a
Stan,
normal
why
conversation.
you take the reins? I'll
Oh
talk
my
about it.
fucking god! Oh my. Okay, yeah. So hold on. I do have like a Google Keeps thing here. I did some diving on someone's IMDb. I don't know if you have one of those. I think it was a wiki. Hey, you know Stalt, our editor?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
you know him.
that's my boy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He was he actually did all the research here because I didn't do it. But me and Poop were just talking for like 45 minutes. I think he was actually doing work in the background. But yeah, were you actually on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno?
Yeah, that was like one of the first things that happened. Did this podcast start? Did we start?
It's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, we started?
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay.
it doesn't really matter when it
Yeah,
starts.
it doesn't.
Salt will just,
He just comes around it or whatever.
It's edited up.
listen,
It's edited up,
it's
but
a disaster already in that.
Oh, it's
Sam and
edited
Bryan
up,
are ass
eh?
kites. My internet's dropping
Yeah.
out. Really, we need you. We need you bad. We need you to.
Take
Wait,
the reins.
so you gonna edit it? You guys edit it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, what up, Stalt? You bitch. Okay, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
give him a
good. Yeah,
message.
he'll like that. He'll like
He
that.
loves
Yeah,
that
he's
shit.
gonna- he's gonna love that.
He likes to feel like he's a part of it. He's not. He has a real parasocial relationship with us. Have you noticed? He always acts like he
Yeah.
knows what's going on in our lives, and we
He's
go
going
like,
he's diagnosing shit for me. Like I was like, holy shit.
We could turn that into a little segue of the creator clash. I met you in person physically with the introduction of Stalt at the critical compounds. So
At
it was,
the G Fuel critical
yeah,
compound.
you probably had CTE.
Like
and
if you go to
whatnot.
G Fuel and you buy a G Fuel and you use the code EPIC, you get 30% off. That's
Yeah,
so crazy.
That's Critical's code. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, if you're a huge fan of Moist Critical, use the code EPIC.
Or the
For
30%
30% off.
Fables. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a nice code to get there. Epic.
is,
That's just
yeah,
I would just
easy to
try
remember.
that if I didn't know a fucking code.
They
I'd be
gave
like,
it to me, and I was like, "This shit's free. Like this wasn't taken."
oh.
And now they're like, "Yeah, you can make your own G Fuel flavor. The only leftover flavors that haven't been used are pistachio."
Oh.
That's
They
How
didn't
about
actually
making
say
your own
that.
flavor. Yeah.
They didn't
but,
actually
like,
say that, but I literally have like a million cans here, and it's like Ninja, cotton candy, Phase Rug, cotton candy. Everyone is cotton candy or peach.
Yeah.
Just
You
You
notice.
can be
Fuck.
piss fart or fucking hamburger.
Cum cookie.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
"What's the love for
Yeah.
peach flavored drinks, man? I don't get it."
People like it. People love it. I mean, I destroyed peach rings so hard from like the years of 1995 to 2001 that I'm just done with it. Like I'm over that. Like I went too hard there. But I met you at the Creator Clash thing.
Yeah. Very briefly.
Did you
very
happen to
briefly.
notice that I was like completely out of it mentally? It was very weird. I was a very
Oh.
weird person that night. Did you notice that?
Well,
Thought
see,
you were
I probably
rather fun.
put that on myself because I personally was also being very weird because first ever big little event, I put myself in a world of hurt almost immediately, just out of, if I see weed, I can't say no. So, yeah, when I met you, I was probably equally like, oh, fuck, like, I like video game high school. Let's get some video game high school. And then I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. And then
Yeah.
I think you fake punched me and I flinched or something. Me in the gut. Yeah. What
Then
was
I
your
jerked-
deal? Why were
Then
you?
I jerked you off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh shit. Yeah. When I came, yeah, that was actually my
In
favorite part
that
of the
G
interaction.
Fuel, in the moist critical
Yeah.
G Fuel cum receptacle.
Yeah, I jerked off and it filled a can of fucking epic fuel, and I drank that off. What was why were you out of it? Just because the
Just it
fight
was
and
weird. Just during the fight, it was just like a really weird thing. It was very strange. I trained a lot for it, and then I did that fight, and it was just like it happened, and it was just like fucking strange. The whole thing was just fucking strange. And then I was like at that, like at the G Fuel thing, and I wasn't like really drinking or anything. There was a lot of people there that I was excited to see that I hadn't met before as well. Also, you know, I was like, I never met Jakey, was someone I wanted to see. Wubby was someone I wanted to meet. It was cool just being there. Moist, who I wanted to meet in person. Hugbees, and it was just like even aside from all that, I was just like a fucking zombie. It was just strange. Like I did it, and I was like, okay, like, what am I doing now? I think I needed maybe I should have probably like smoked some hash or something. I would have been able to cut loose more, but my body was just
a little.
Yeah, my body was in like a weird state. Florida. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey.
Are you someone that gets in like fights or anything often? Do you have a lot of conflict in your life?
No, I find.
Yeah, you probably had PTSD. That's probably what that was. It might have been.
Yeah. Well, I used to play
because you murdered that guy.
Yeah.
I watched the fight. It was,
I did have a lot of like I played like football growing up for like 11 years, and like in football you do like you sit there and you literally like on defense you like slap yourself a bit and like you get like fired up, you listen to like fucking crazy music, and like you're just like, I will go out there and I'm fuck someone up. But you're kind of like 16 and like kind of mad, kind of not getting all the vagina that you want to be getting, and you're not like, it's not working, like you're just mad about a lot of shit. Parents gonna make me go to bed tonight and like all that stuff. And so
Dad's
you were just
gonna jerk me off. I can't have sex with a chick though. What's going on?
You find that anger and like you use it. And so for the boxing match, the strangest thing was like I sat there and I was like trying to find the anger before the fight. And then I stopped and I was like, you know, at the same time, there's a chance that Aaron isn't as trained as I am. And I'm like 6 inches taller and like 60 pounds heavier. I was like, I don't need to get this amped up. Because if I go in there, like if I went in there, I did have like, I practiced a lot of like post-fight speeches for different scenarios. The one that I did where I was like, I know I'm going to call out Dr. Disrespect if I win. He didn't take me up on the fight. That's why I took his mustache. And so I was like, one of the other things that I played was like, what if I go in there and I punch him once and he gets knocked out and he's completely like face down, like dead?
Bite his ear off on the ground.
Yeah.
No, my entire promo that I would have done when they give me the mic was I was just gonna like call for an end to YouTube boxing. I'm like, look at this! He's fucking dead now.
Yeah.
Game Grumps are fucking dead because YouTubers just won't be fucking YouTubers. We're done with it now. This boxing shit's done. It's over. It was funny till someone got hurt, and now Game Grumps is dead.
And now look how hurt he is. Then you
Martyr,
step
though.
on his head.
I hit him once. And like I saw blood come out of his nose, and I was like, oh. Like, it was like,
where'd you punch him?
How powerful am I?
Yeah.
If you look, there's one punch. There's only one punch I do that's like a real punch throughout the whole thing. And it's like really like it was kind of a reaction. It's just a super fast left uppercut. Even when I watch, I was like, I definitely didn't even think of doing that or mean to do that. It was only like a training thing. But when I was boxing with Aaron, I threw a punch and he went like this. And like he turned his head and closed his eyes. And I was like, oh shit. Like I know where he is in his training because that was me like 3 months ago. And you know, like this 3 months of training doesn't sound like a big deal when you've been boxing for years. But like when I trained for 8 months. He trained for 5 months. I think even if our sizes were reversed, it would have played out fairly similar. I could have ended that in the first round, but I was like, oh no, we'll prolong it. And then he was throwing wild punches in the second round, a couple of me on the back of the head, and I was like, oh, this will be stupid. Like, I'm not good enough to like prolong the fight purposefully. Like, if I get knocked out, no one's gonna be like, I could have, but I didn't. You know, so I was like, okay, let's just end this. I think I also expected a lot of people to be like, wow, okay, you're so big, you beat that guy, he's so little, like, what's up? But instead, people are just like, wow, you beat that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
we
for
don't
you.
care about-
Yeah, that's like good. That's like
Yeah,
best
I
case
did.
scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have
he's-
called out someone way smaller than.
Next, I want Michael Reeves.
Yeah, I want like someone
Like,
tiny. Should have called out Critical or something. You didn't have to go for Dr. Disrespect.
Right, I went for Dr. Disrespect because I'm like, who's the biggest, baddest,
It
most
seems like a good-ass
clout-worthy
fight too.
Yeah, biggest, baddest, most clout-worthy dude to fight, who I am genuinely a fan of, who I would absolutely enjoy losing to, who most definitely is not going to accept the challenge.
Hmm.
Makes him
But
look
even
worse.
Doc
man.
messaged me about it after, and I was like, "Listen, Brian, I'm going to be honest. I chose you because I didn't think you were going to accept it." But I could still be like, "That bitch didn't want to fight. I'm talking about that. Fuck
Yeah,
him."
Stalt, cut that part out and just
Yeah.
let's shit on Doc for a while now.
Yeah.
I'm a coward. Really? Come on, guy. Am I
Yeah.
lagging, by the way? I just have to
No,
like
you're
check
not.
I think everybody is.
Okay.
You do
At
look
least for
like
me.
you'd make a good goblin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually it's really
Yeah.
fitting. We just started a D&D podcast with the group, and I do play a goblin. So
Wow.
In
name's
your heart,
Bob.
in your
very
soul, you
close.
knew.
Yeah, I
You
feel
knew.
a little goblin-esque at times. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Speaking of like you're a YouTube boxer, you're a YouTube rapper. I did, this is my Creator Clash was my first forte into like going to an influencer meetup type deal. There definitely felt like there were some people there. Maybe I was reading it wrong. Once again, I got really high very quickly. I felt like there were some people there that thought they were way too cool for what they do. And like, you wouldn't think to see those personalities there. But I remember I opened up the door for a group of guys. They walked by like I was a fucking butler. And I was just like, what's going on here?
They
Like,
poke
what-
any money in your pocket or anything? on the way in?
they said, who do you know here? And they spit in my fucking coffee. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Push
No,
it
it's
over.
just some people where I'm
Damn.
like, I think I'm the reverse. Like, I need to get more on their level. I have a deep shame of if I'm at the bar, like explaining what I do for a living, which that shouldn't be how it is. But a lot of these guys were acting like they were fucking movie stars or something. I'm like, come on, we're out here playing video games. We're out here.
The
you know.
craziest thing. That's your first experience with it. Like that whole vibe was like the character we played up early Epic Mealtime. Like that's what we did. But then I would go to YouTube meetups and I'd be like, oh my God, Freddie Wong is here. Ah! And I was like hyped to see the people that I watch. There were people at that event. And what's interesting, by the way, is your first creator encounter was in Florida, which is interesting because they tend to happen in Los Angeles. Your first time meeting creators. And what I noticed what was different about this is the extras, like just like on set, the people who aren't creators, but are maybe adjacent or they're real life friends of someone here, or they came or whatever. They were like chill, genuine people in Florida. Whereas in LA, the extras are like people that are desperately trying to find some fucked up weird way to navigate and network here.
Yeah.
No.
And they're like,
Like
oh my,
the
they'd be like,
plus
oh my
ones.
God, bro, yeah, your show, like, yeah, it's sick. Like, and like as they're talking to, they're kind of like looking to see who the next person is that they're gonna talk to, and they're not really.
Hold on. I just saw items walk through the door. Give me a second.
That didn't happen at the Florida event, but
No,
there
yeah,
were
you're-
some
you're right.
creators where I'd go up to them and I'm like I was standing there and I didn't notice someone. I'd be like, oh my God, bro, I love you. I love your channel. I can't believe you. Like, it's so crazy meeting you. And they'd be like, oh, I used to love your channel. I love Video Game High School, man. I was staring at you thinking that the whole time. But I was like, oh, I didn't look like, you don't think that someone would do that, but maybe they also think like you don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
I find a lot of people on YouTube, not everyone, and it used to be way worse like 8 years ago. People on YouTube are like, tend to be like fucking weird IRL. So it's
No,
not even
that's-
like they
that's fair.
think that their movie stars are so cool.
That could
Just
be
with their like
socially
their
awkward.
mentality and their awkwardness, it's easier to play that role publicly than to just be who they are, which is like jumping up and down and clapping with
That's
like
fair.
a fucking tail butt plug out of their ass or something like
That's
that.
fair.
This is who they are better off portraying in this scenario.
And even though I can't compare it because I've never been to like LA meeting those people, I do agree with like I met a lot of just like Critical's friends and people like in his management that were just really cool. And even though my friends and I that were there, like, you know, the smallest creator at the after party, still they didn't give a shit, you know, just really nice guys. Like we just meshed well. And it didn't matter like how many subs you have or anything.
Yeah.
But then we're all going to TwitchCon. Maybe we'll see a new side of it. You know,
Yeah.
maybe we'll see some people being like, "How many subs do you have?"
Did
many-
you want to have sex with any girls there?
Okay. So when I noticed there was a
Yes.
lot of.
Did you want to fuck any girls there?
I got too high too quick. No, I didn't really.
You
Oh,
never
no.
looked at
Okay.
any. You didn't look
No,
at a
no,
single
no.
girl there and go, "Oh,
No,
that
no,
girl's
no.
a good
I
looking
saw
girl."
a girl that was really hot, and I was like, "Who is she?" And I never met her. I've talked to what's her name, Kayup Bot or something.
Oh yeah,
e-dating
You
girl.
brought- yeah.
We talked for a while, and it was while we were talking to her that I saw the girl walk by with weed, and I'm like, "Hold on, give me 1 second."
You're like, girl and weed.
Yeah, and then when I came back to her, I was like, who are you again? Like, what's happening?" And I wanted to make myself as small as possible. So no, I didn't hit on a lot of girls.
Oh, I didn't hit on anyone. I was there with my girlfriend, but
Oh.
like I was there and I was with her, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "You've looked at I Did a Thing for like 40 seconds now." So
I don't blame her. Yeah, that guy,
Me neither.
Yeah, that guy was looking crazy there. Okay, I saw
Yeah.
him in the kitchen.
I was
No,
like, there's like literally like I don't know the last time I was at a place where there's like 40 very attractive girls here. There was like 40. You were too stoned, you didn't see.
No, I saw
And
before I was
some-
stoned. I saw, but also it's like,
Just
you know, what am I going? What
It's
am I-
2022, right? Like,
yeah,
what are we gonna
kind
do?
of- I might want
What are we
to
gonna
walk up
do?
to him and be like, "Hey, what do you know here? What's going on?" You know, yeah.
Bro, you're begging to be on a list if you hit on any of those girls. They
No,
like
the
you see that little
problem
goblin.
is too is if you make a swing and a miss, you're just going to be on their fucking podcast next. Like, did you see that guy
sure.
fucking hit on me and he's freaked
had-
me out?
We had matching NASCAR jackets who were very easily identifiable. You know, I don't want to be
Yeah.
called those
Did
guys.
you see the fleet of NASCAR guys that were
Yeah.
trying to date rape me? Like
That was
they're just
so
spinning.
absurd. He brought me a drink. I didn't even know it was in it. Yeah, like, none of that. Well,
Oh my god! You
rather
know what
have that,
bothered me?
but-
Completely changing shit up for a second here. I
What?
was shocked. Was when Freddie Wong last week was like, "What's a hot toy?"
Oh, dude, wait.
he didn't know.
Okay, I
Or he
told
knows
him last time he was on this podcast. I told him about hot toys.
I know. I watched it,
Oh, nice.
and I was like, like Freddie Wong's a good friend of mine, and I've been like intensely collecting hot toys
nice.
for like
Shit.
fucking.
Oh fuck!
for,
yeah.
like,
We were just
Fuck,
like
oh,
analyzing
damn.
your room while you were gone, and we
Where
were
are the
like,
hot
"This
toys
guy's."
at? What kind of?
he's got hot
my
toys vibes.
collection
Yeah, I don't see
just
shit.
started. I've got two. These are my
I was
two
like-
so far. I got a couple pre-ordered. I got
That's
a
so
little,
you got Mandalorian,
and a little
Yeah.
Gandalf.
but that's full Beskar Mandalorian.
Yeah.
yeah, and I got the
The Gandalf is a
looks
hot toy.
stinky.
yeah, it is. Or maybe it's just off sideshow, not a official hot toy.
Yeah, it might be like through arts, which is fine.
but
I have
it's
lots of
as good a
toys.
quality, I'd say.
I have lots of toys that are not toys. What am I, a fucking child? I have a lot of
Action figures.
collectibles, action figures. Yeah, that are
Statues.
not
Hot toy
hot
brand.
toys, but they're still chill.
I just
Like,
Pooh, you
pre-ordered
were
it.
you were trying to pass off your counterfeit shit as a hot toy this whole time.
Sam
didn't-
bought me that
Is
one.
it like
bro.
a brand name? I don't know. I feel like I'm
Ooh, yeah, Hot
buying
Toys-
cards for my kid.
got-
like,
you got
Hot
the
Toys-
full-
Hot
I didn't know
Toys
this
is
was a hot
like
toy brand.
Shut
yeah,
up,
yeah.
Sam.
Hot Toys is like handmade in Japan, like hand sculpted, best of the best. It's like the fucking you know, the
It's like
trying
the
to think of a
10,000 fold katanas, but for
Okay.
toy.
Versus the mall katana. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got you
no,
a mall
not necessarily
katana. I'm
versus
sorry.
not the
No.
mall katana. No.
Dang.
It's like an 8,000 fold
Yeah.
like katana. It's like
pretty
still
good.
very close.
Oh, yeah.
I have some hot toys that are better than the I mean, I have some sideshows that are better than the hot toys
Mm.
version that I have. This is 3-0. They make shit that's like
I
they'll
have
make
the Green Ranger that I got it for a friend.
Oh shit.
yeah, they'll make like the video game stuff a lot. Like I have a 3-0 Legion from Mass Effect, and 3-0's chill. This what sucks about this is it's the Power Rangers. This is audio only also for the people listening at home. For guys listening at home, I'm currently playing with my penis and ejaculating in my belly button.
He calls it a Power Ranger.
While also holding up a Power Rangers collectible here. But the
It's
box that has
covered in cum.
all the Power Rangers drenched. The worst part about this box is you open it up and you don't really think about it until you buy like a 6-pack of it. All the Power Rangers are the same body except for tits, no tits.
Yeah.
And that's annoying because it's
but
like
their weapons
scam.
combine into one mega weapon. Am I
that's
wrong?
true. You're right, but it doesn't. It still doesn't get rid of the fact that like
They're,
Billy should be a little bit like skinnier
yeah,
than
there
Jason.
should be.
You
Yeah,
should
some
do that. And the only
dimension
toy I've ever
changes,
seen do that are these Star Wars old school stormtroopers.
You know their names, Billy and what? Like,
Well, yeah,
Billy
if you're-
is the Black Ranger, and what's funny about the Jason
Are you a Tommy guy
or
what?
Tommy? I'm not gonna say who. One time I was like in Hollywood, like at the Roosevelt, just being a complete dirtbag, like years ago. And I was like, let's get fucked up. Let's get fucking stupid. And my buddy was like, oh, I got a good drug dealer for us. This guy comes in,
Good
takes
friend.
out a cool briefcase, opens it up. He's got a light that points on it. All these drugs, everything, even like do this drug and it'll be like that. Take this drug if you do that drug, because otherwise you won't be able to sleep. And take this drug if you plan on fucking someone. I don't know, whatever. He's saying all this, and as he's talking, I just slowly like turn and I look at him and I'm like, are you the Red Ranger? And he's like,
wait,
yes.
What?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Dude,
He
oh
came.
my.
With a briefcase. And now I'll never be able to pick from him again since this is out there. But like, yeah, he was like the fucking most
Dude.
organized, sickest, coolest dude ever. And I've gone from Green Ranger bias back to Red Ranger bias since that moment.
Dude,
So
like,
I'm like
That's
Red Ranger.
awesome.
dude, thank
as hell.
God you that was
Shit,
before
yeah, man,
you
that's-
did before you
never
did
gave
drugs.
drugs.
Because if I did drugs, I'm like, what? Like, I
You
know
wouldn't even think
Fucking
anything.
sting operation.
You would have been like caught up in his
Oh,
brown leather
oh, fuck,
jacket.
the Power Rangers are here on a sting operation. They're gonna kick my ass. It's morphin' time. Oh shit! Green Rangers had to bust through the fucking window. That's insane. That's awesome though.
Oh,
What a fucking
What a career turnaround.
yeah,
He
what a-
got
what a-
cool.
also what
Awesome.
just a cool thing to have happen.
This is Young
Um,
Toy Boy, by the way, if you guys
Very
want to
cool.
Damn, shut up.
Real human hair.
This
I
isn't
think
your
is
Q
what they-
zone. Shut
No,
up.
this is not. I'm looking in bewilderment right now. This is
Come on, look at this. Look at that.
Wait, what's the
That-
name of the? This is
That's
yours, Young
that's
Toy
bad.
Boy.
Yeah, these are mine. These are
Okay,
mine.
Fuck it, I'll follow this shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Even not all hot
That's
toys. Like
insane.
these are like this is like, oh, I see it's keying shit out. My bad. I
Oh,
even got myself made.
That-
I got like a sculpt of my head made. You could like get it 3D printed and like I put it on a body and I bought like these Jordan 11s. I'm like, don't have those in real life, but Toy Me will have them.
Toy Me's got a girlfriend.
I bought this Arab. I bought this Arab. Once you get to like, you buy a lot of hot toys, you're like, you know, I don't even want like people from movies. I just want an Arabic man.
I just want
to see it from
I
anywhere.
want
So like,
He's just
wait,
a guy.
world.
He's just a dude.
what was like the listing on the store for that? Was it just like
It
terrorist
said,
man?
no, it said
Come
that's
on,
really
Sam,
fucked
really?
up, dude. Really, wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking RPG. He's putting together IEDs and shit. Like this isn't.
No, I
Some
did
guy
that.
in a fucking prayer man.
he's
He's got a guy
arms
with
dealer.
weapons. He's on the phone right now.
He's got an alien
Wait,
vibe. He's clearly an
wait,
arms
wait.
dealer.
His name, it was it said Arbaz, and it was like part of like Afghanistan Heroes line. And he came with the he
Oh.
came with the lit
So he's
cigarette
a
in his
freedom
hand.
fighter.
Yes, he was. He came with the lit cigarette in his hand and like an AK that's not here. But these Yeezys obviously don't come with the toy or the face collar. I just wanted to make him look like some sort of international arms dealer, like selling this baby Groot. And he did come with a cell phone also.
That's awesome.
But yeah, once you get deep enough, you're like, oh yeah, I just want
the one punch. Man.
I want Hulk Hogan.
God.
Dude,
yeah,
like,
I'm not
retain
nearly- right
value
now-
in any way, or
They do.
They
Really?
do
That's
retain
awesome.
value. Like
I
I'll tell
they
you
do.
what you can do is like this one's one of my better ones. It's the 2-pack Luke Skywalker from Empire Strikes Back. The guy probably bought it for like $700. I bought it because this one came out from before I got into Hot Toys, so I had to buy that one from a reseller, and like I probably paid like $300 more than he paid. But like this Yoda, if I wanted to sell the Yoda, I'm at least making what I spent for it. These are the Stormtroopers I bought. I think I'd lose money on these ones. Not much, but maybe like $10, $20 each, something like that.
How do you know?
I don't know if it's a hot toy or not, like a hot toy.
You just got to look it up.
I think it is, but I really want TV Daredevil, like Charlie Cox Daredevil, and now that one's fucking like $800.
That's a hot toy. So
Okay,
like
it is Hot Toy.
Sideshow will make the comic book version. They don't have like the rights. Hot Toys
They
has
have
the
TV
Marvel rights. They
movie.
make the comic book version ones, which are sometimes cooler. Like I have upstairs, like I have a Palpatine one that was like $50, and one of those sold for like $750. Sorry,
Is that like a Craven one or something? And
yeah, that's
I'm sorry. Dude, I just keep looking at you. You look
The
so
whole
fucking
Sinister
like
Six one.
concerned, dude. What? Every
Damn,
time I
I
look
know.
at you, I just can't stop.
Brian,
You
you're
look
too
so
high. Shut up.
concerned.
Okay, Brian. Go back to your quiet zone.
He's sitting like
I
this
just
shit
got
like
done.
this.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. I grew up. This guy was epic mealtime, dude. I thought we were gonna be talking about burgers and fries. He gets on here and has a fucking 40-year-old virgin presentation about his Hot Wheels toys or whatever.
I thought
He's
too.
like,
You were
"This
watching.
one's
You were like,
fully anatomical."
Wait, Sam.
you're like,
to be-
he's gay. He's
What
retarded.
the hell?
Gay.
To be completely fair, Stalt earlier did tell us that he might talk about hot toys, and I was like, no way.
No.
And then as soon
I
as
thought
you
that
brought
was a
up,
funny joke. I don't know.
No.
I thought that was a classic Stalt zinger.
Oh, you know
Okay,
he's too good.
Misdirection.
oh, you
You
banged
thought I'd
one
come in
chick
here
your
and I'd
whole
be
life,
like-
Sam, and you don't have a single hot toy. This guy's probably banged 1,000 chicks. He has 1,000 hot toys.
Even on my desk, Sam, look. I have the old
nice.
Professor X
Oh,
and the new
Holy
one.
that is like the only type of toy I would collect. That would be awesome. I want to get all the disabled
Wait,
people from
lost them?
cartoons.
Wait, Sam, but
It's
what
the
about this?
It's from the comic, the cartoons.
Oh,
It's
shit.
Professor.
Yo, that looks like what's with his eyebrows? He looks like Agent 47
it's
and the
like
yellow
atomic.
wheelchair.
He does. The
Yeah.
other one, he looks like a
Agent
cancer kid.
47.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He would make
he's
for a good
infiltrating in there. He's gonna
47.
kill somebody.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
you would make for a
God.
good one. No, I'm the biggest fucking loser forever. And even back like when Epic Mealtime first started, I was like not into going out drinking and partying. So a lot of like the Sauce Boss was me really taking on like and deep. Like there was like kayfabe. Like I was like a wrestler with it. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna live it. And I'd go to places and I would be that guy. But I was like, what is the ultimate like frat mentality guy that I could picture? And I'll just embrace being that. So it was like extensive character work.
Did that prepare you for your future roles?
Yeah.
And things
Like
such as, Principal Calhoun and
I was gonna say
whatnot.
Principal Calhoun helped me because I was actually a teacher
Oh.
before Epic Mealtime, but I was in
What'd you
two
teach?
history,
Good
phys
topic.
and media.
Good topics.
Oh, like what grades?
High school. So like that's 7 to 11 here. So like I would literally teach kids that are in grade 7 and some kids in grade 11. And it's weird because at the end, if someone failed and they're in grade 11 and they tend to be old for their age, and they go out, the like drinking age is 18 here. So like when I was teaching kids in grade 11, when I was like 22, I'd be out and they'd be like, yo, sir, what are you doing here?
Oh,
And I'm like, out. Yeah, it's like fucking weird.
that is weird.
Yeah, but people like I was actually in 3 Kevin Smith movies, and 2 of them he killed me by something in my ass.
Oh,
Oh,
So no, nothing prepared me for those roles.
okay.
damn. That must have been quite an honor.
Those roles prepared
It
you
was
for
like the
Creator
sickest
Clash.
thing ever.
Well,
Those
and
roles
for the
pre-
after party. Yeah,
They
Things got
prepared me.
wild there. Yeah.
They prepared me for just like the sex in 2022 getting pegged, you know?
No, like Masayoshi Takanaka or something. Oh my god, his entire discography. On shuffle. I've never felt more. I found this his playlist right before I start. I go to a new land. I went to New York City for the first time. Touching down while listening to Brazilian Skies by him I transcended. I landed and I went, wow, this place is going to be beautiful. And then within 5 seconds, I saw the hottest people I'd ever seen in my life. And I went, yeah, I was right. And I got an Uber and I somehow had a sexy Uber driver. They took me to some sexy place and I was like, this city might be all right. Okay.
You were horny.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
horny.
I think you just
I think it was the
this
pressurized
music's like an
cabin or something.
aphrodisiac, Yeah.
Yeah.
The pressurized cabin worked as one of those Swedish dick pumps.
Yep.
And it filled my penis with air.
You know, to
And-
continue the trend of just disappointing you in who you thought I was, going onto planes makes me very susceptible to like
Anger?
well, possibly, but emotions.
Oh.
Oh.
So like I'll watch movies on the plane and it's like literally like I've taken note now because it's happened like 6 times. I will watch a movie and be like, I will like cry at the jovial moment or like the like sad moment in a movie on a plane, like it's like nothing. Like
That
it's like
makes me
crazy.
trust you more.
Yeah. Only
listen,
on a plane though. On a plane.
Is that like a?
I'm
Is there like?
I'm gonna
is there a reason for that?
right now. These two guys have never cried at a movie in their
No,
life.
no. I
Sam
have
has. He
experienced the exact same thing. I was just
It's
wondering
at
if
30
I thought it was
They
like.
said when you're that high up, like that there could be changes in your emotions to an extent.
Oh.
But that wasn't like a first page Google
Horny.
result when I was it wasn't a first page Google result when I was looking at it. Because I was like, yo, why'd I cry from fucking Amazing Spider-Man 2? I ain't gay. Why is this happening
Yeah.
to me? Something's up. What's going on? And then I had to Google it and they're like, no,
I think
We're
as I
higher
get
than
older, a movie can get me a lot easier with just like these two guys love each other and they're great friends. I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful.
oh, you also saw RRR?
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. Yes, and it's the movie. I've been seeing Freddie and them talking about a lot. I'm sure Sam or Bryan haven't seen it yet because they don't.
Yeah,
have
but
that
you
kind of
watched
love.
it in Hindi like I did.
Is this
I
like
watched
some
Netflix
Bollywood
version.
creation or something?
Yeah,
the
The Netflix version.
the redub of it.
Yeah, you're watching it in Hindi, so you're watching it in Hindi with subs, and you're like, "I'm doing it the real way," but you're actually watching a dub and a sub when you watch it in Hindi.
Yeah, it's weird. It is
Except
weird.
the 2 main actors also speak Hindi, so they're dubbing themselves in a different
Yeah, it's
language.
very intricate.
I didn't care,
and
though.
Unnecessary.
I didn't care that
that-
much. It was like the scenes. I'm like, the dub sub doesn't change how banger this dance number is.
The initial trailer for that movie when it came out for like this is coming over, I was like, oh my god, I showed my best friend that. I'm like, we're old best friends. Like, we gotta watch this together. Within like 5 minutes, because he was like, all right, but if I don't like it, I'm gonna turn it off. Blah blah. It captured us so quickly. It is.
He was like, I
greatest-
don't like brown people, so if I
he
get
was
tired of
like,
this,
it hurts my ears. It hurts my ears. I don't know what they're saying. I can't read too good because we're from Indiana, so we're dumb as shit. And oh my god, it transcended reading. It transcended words. The story can.
you
be
don't
told
need
just
you
in
don't need
pictures.
to actually even understand a single thing. Everything is very visualized.
When
in
that
movie.
first girl got hit by that branch so hard it exploded off her head, I was like, I love over the top action.
Yeah, this is India, bro. They actually hit that girl with an actual branch.
and she's
That's why
dead
the
now.
movies are so banger there.
And like the guy, the guy, like he's
It's
like
not
a
even like breakaway
prison guard.
wood. It's just cedar.
He goes out with the little stick
Fucking
and beats
log.
the shit out of like 1,000 guys. I was like, okay, this
The
is
weirdest
so,
thing.
This
The
is so
craziest
cool.
scene.
And then it introduces the second main character with that like beautiful
Tiger.
sweeping shot. Yeah, the tiger, he pours
And
oil.
it's so funny about that. You look at that, his abs are contoured on his body.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it's
looks
just
much
so
less
funny.
physically intimidating every scene after that first scene that shows.
If they didn't show you that, you're kind of like, that's the same guy.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, this guy got kind of fat. in between.
Yeah.
Just like first day of filming, they might have filmed it chronologically, and they were like, he was like, "Do I have to maintain this for
They
3
gave
months, or
his,
can I?"
his paycheck right away. And
Yeah, he gets paid first
One
day.
long donut.
They keep having like great like people providing food and shit on set. Yeah,
no, that movie, Sam, Brian, you guys got to watch that. It's
dude, Bollywood, they seem to have a lot more fun making movies than we do. Like
they have a
they-
lot more money doing it too.
yeah, like there's stars
more.
over there. Like the amount
money
of
goes further.
Shit.
You,
Money
there
goes
that
further, and,
that
like, their
industry
biggest
is so
stars
much bigger.
are it's weird. It was like started out as a copycat, and now it's like
They're
larger
like,
than
oh
ever.
my god, you have light skin and light green eyes. You're a movie star now. They're literally, and not just that, but like people there, like there are certain actors that they're like in India, like you're Tom Cruise and you're Justin Timberlake and you're Logan Paul are the same guy. They're the same person. They're all one guy. Like it's the same guy. Like they just you do all of it.
How lucky to be
Really?
that guy.
Control the media.
Guys simultaneously.
What did
Tom
you just say to
Cruise
me? What did you
and
just say?
Logan
Did
Paul?
Did you say I control the media?
No, I say you could control the
Yeah,
media.
that's
Look at
awesome.
him.
If you could
Oh,
be
I
like
thought you
the
were saying
biggest
that.
movie
I thought that was a
star
Jewish. No, I
and-
thought that was a Jewish comment to me. I
Whoa,
thought you
whoa,
were
whoa.
Jewish.
You're in a
Yeah, I'm
safe
Jewish. I
house
thought
here.
you were like you control the media.
We're all Jewish here.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't even know you're Jewish.
I have a friend that's found out recently. He's pretty Jewish. But Sam though.
By proxy, I'm Jewish.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not really Jewish.
We
though. My
did
dad was just
research.
adopted by them. Yeah,
Them with
Them
3
taken-
brackets, 3
taken
parentheses.
under their wing.
I was in New York recently, so I got a little bit rubbed off on me, and great
Yeah, you
time.
can catch it like that. That's how you catch it.
I really like the Hasidic Jewish
Styles.
lifestyle.
Oh,
of buying
really?
those specific
extremely-
cases
The
just for
extremely
hats.
mean Jews.
Oh, that's
The
what
extremely mean Jews to like spit on people that
They were
aren't
really
Jewish.
nice to me.
Even
so-
me, who is also Jewish. Yeah, but that's because they thought that you were going to buy jewelry from them or hire a
Oh.
lawyer. But
Well,
they'll
I
like
did buy-
spit on
bought
people.
some
They didn't give a
ancient
fuck
jewels.
about any COVID shit. They had like major
Ah.
gatherings. They do wear like $12,000 hats with like a $4,000 carry
Well, I
case.
saw the carry-on cases,
Yeah.
and they're incredible. But also, it's like
The street
you're
picking
going to
them.
use your personal item for a hat case. That's
Yeah, they don't.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a big ass hat. It's very expensive.
It's like a card case.
So
People.
now I've got the clear to say I actually hate Hasidic Jewish people, and I don't like their hats too much. I don't like how they spit on people. I don't like how
Yeah,
they
you can't.
treat
You know
others.
the hats though. They're sick ass hats. You got a
I
problem
didn't
with
get
that?
to-
That's
It's
anti-Semitic.
intentional,
The
though.
fact
trying
that they
to
spit on
rip 'em
people, that's
open.
okay.
I'm
I
trying to see
understand
what's
that.
in there. What is it? Beaver? What kind of fur is it? Mink?
I guess it depends. I mean, it could be like could be whatever. What was in that glass that you just? What'd you do there? Were you a fucking
I-
stoned idiot or
I
something?
dropped this fucking thing. I'm fidgeting.
Micro-
Okay.
Micro SD
Yeah.
converter. You're high and you're freaking everyone out, Brian.
I'm not freaking nobody out. Fuck you.
No, I took a couple edibles when Sam was like, "He likes toys."
Well, Sam's like, he likes toys. Look, he's got a fucking like a Pee Wee Herman doll on his back desk over there. He's got
Where?
a picture of a baby. Okay,
Yeah.
like what's
Yeah, but I still think he was just like, "Yeah, me, of course, but not you." I have a
Yeah,
gravity
that's what it
gun. That's
was.
a gravity gun on the couch.
Yeah, no, I
And a
saw
portal
that.
gun.
I see an energy sword right by it too. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And do you guys have VR?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking VR is the best. I mean,
I have a
it's-
problem with
That's
setting it
why
up.
you
That's
and
the
Stalt
problem.
get along.
It's not even that
Stalt's
hard. You
always
get a
trying to get
Quest.
us on
He
fucking
lives
VR.
on that shit, dude.
Hey,
He won't stay
VR?
off of it.
He loves it.
VR is great, and I have like this VR is for Stalt. When I meet
Yeah.
up with Stalt and we like go hunt ghosts or we'll jerk each other off, whatever. But the Oculus is the one that like I use all the time because it's wireless and like because you can put it on, you can like do this with your hands, and now it's tracking your hands. And every single week, it was twice a week during pandemic, I'd go into big screen where I meet like 12 of my IRL friends, like in LA, who they have headsets, and we'd meet up like in big screen. So you're in a movie theater, and we did a random horror sequel generator, which means we sit in there and we press shuffle, and it doesn't tell you what movie you're watching, and you get like part 2 of any horror movie. So it could be like Freddy 2 or, Friday the 13th 2 or Critters 2 or something around. You get something good or you get something shit. And we'd like sit there like smoking and chilling in the theater and like laughing and talking, throwing tomatoes and popcorn at the movie screen.
Wow,
And I was like,
cool rich friends that could.
that's what I like. I'm sure you have friends who have like $200.
No, I'm
Do
from
you have
Indiana.
$200? You can't have 2 hot toys and be like, I have no
What? Those
disposable
are both
income.
gifts.
All the money you
Okay,
save.
the only hot toys
You know what
I
it is, dude?
personally
It's like
bought were
having
also
that
gifts.
fucking having the thing on. It gives me. I get paranoid, like just not being able to see the room around me. That's a huge
See,
concern for me for some reason.
You're not even wrong. I like the Oculus is it's wireless, so you paint your boundaries, and you're not wrong. I paint my boundary right where I sit. So whenever I feel away, because when you cross the boundary, it turns on the pass-through camera. I sit on the ledge and like I'll lean back, and I could look around my room and lean forward.
Oh, that's
So it leans
ingenious.
back and you see it. And I actually do that because you're not wrong. And like I always like, I'm gonna knock out my dog. Like I'm gonna punch my dog. I'm gonna kick
with my dog. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
that's
knock out or knock up.
That's why I don't jack off in VR with my door open. I don't want to. God, babe,
So you never
I
played-
knocked up my dog. I'm so sorry.
You never played Kanojo? You never played Kanojo VR?
No.
What?
Me neither.
Is that
You
one of
ever-
those like anime like dating girl?
No, it's
simulators? You
worse.
seen
Yeah,
those?
just one of
It's
those.
worse. You're like teaching English as a second language to
Ah.
some like Japanese student girl, and you like go into her room every day to like
Bryan is
to help her, and then she like you
How
like
you
help her
doing?
Check it
put
out on
books on.
Steam, and Bryan owns it and plays it for you.
in my library.
It's
played
on
for
Steam.
350 hours.
It's on Steam, and then like you literally have to go to the website, and it's just like you double click it. It's like an easy patch install. You just install it, and it patches to the game. Then it opens up the nudity and stuff because Steam doesn't have the nudity, so you have to have the nudity mod if you want to be full pervert. Otherwise, there's pixels.
What's the point?
And then when you
Yeah.
help her pass class and stuff, you can like make her choose. No, you don't make her do anything.
Squirt.
She
Wait,
does
I
what
have
she
to
wants.
actually
essentially.
tutor this dumb bitch before she shows anything.
There's a very fast way to do it if you want. And then like then
There's
she's like
cheat codes.
naked.
Is
You
there
can
like a gun mod where I can go in there and
You're a sick motherfucker now. now you're on a list.
yeah,
Everything
I paid
of-
for the fucking game and the
no,
headset.
the beauty-
dude.
you don't-
I should
you don't-
be-
you're not
I don't wanna
entitled to her
teach
body.
anybody Nothing.
You're
I
not
don't
entitled
even
to
know
her
this
body.
shit I'm teaching her.
You're not entitled to her body just because you paid the money.
I paid the fee for the game. I own those pixels.
They're polygons. Yeah.
Oh, boo!
Yeah,
Your
but then
internet's
she'll suck
dropping
you.
out, but
Oh, Pooh is
you'll be
dead.
fine.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
She'll suck
wait,
you.
She ends up sucking your.
She
your
could suck
cock?
you or titty
That's
fuck
awesome.
you or fuck you from the back, the front, whatever you want.
Wow, what a
She can
And you
fuck
can,
you
like-
from the back. Like,
Yeah.
with a mod. With
Like
a
she
mod
mounts
pack,
you?
could, yeah.
So
That's
you just
awesome.
see
Anyways,
nothing.
if you have
So
a if you have a
and feel
fleshlight,
nothing.
if you have a fleshlight and you wedge it between your mattress and the bed frame, and you play Kanoja, you should like while out.
Is-
Anyways, and that is why Salt.
is
That is
definitely
why
on.
Salt loves VR.
That's what it is. Because he's
Definitely
always
on.
on
He's
that
always
game. I
saying he's
know.
exercising and shit on there, and
Yeah.
it's not true. I know exactly what he's doing.
He
Have
does
you
a
seen that
Smurf.
video of the guy like
Exercise.
at it's like a VR demonstration like booth thing? He's in public and it's like one of those tactile feedback things,
Yeah.
and he's just fucking the shit out of somebody, and it's like gauging all of his hip thrusts and stuff, and it's like showing the VR like what he sees, and I was like, oh shit, it's like a VR porn game, and then it goes down, and this guy's just doing it in a fucking crowd. There's just a crowd of people around. And he's got the VR headset on. It'd be like going to PAX West and be like, I'm about to fuck the shit out of this VR babe in front of everybody.
Yeah, but he's in VR. It's a perfect excuse.
Yeah, that's pretty
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Have you ever played on a non-porn VR note? Have you ever played Echo?
The dog.
What?
What
Where you-
are you talking about?
It's
Sports
like
game?
yeah,
Yeah, it's the Ender's Game.
yeah. It's the Ender's game, and you play against like 8-year-olds, and
What?
that's the only game I ever played on VR much. It's free. It's like zero gravity ultimate frisbee, but not really. It's more like it's
That's
Ender's
why I
Game.
Game.
really
Ultimate
liked
Frisbee.
Rec Room. Rec Room was badass because all the kids played it, and you could just
well, in Ender's Game, it's like
Rec Room, yeah.
in Echo. You can also hit people in the head, and it like stuns them for a second.
That's
So you
all
can,
I
like,
did.
grab
I used to just play
Yeah.
defense and try and knock
I
them
was
out
a
and stuff.
bruiser. Yeah, and then you get the fucking thing, throw it as far as you can, and then you cuss. And every time I'd be like, "Oh fuck you," they'd be like, "Oh, you're not allowed to say that. Like you're not allowed." And then it invites some
their
other
dead
guy on the
bodies
team.
floating
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
You can't say
Oh, no. And then there'd always be like a kid that's like a year older than them. You know, it's like in fucking 8th grade instead of 6th grade. And he'd be like, "Fuck you, you little fucking pussy." And it just invites such a funny.
I played some games, shooting games and stuff when I first got VR, and I remember like it started like one of the first things, and there was a guy like next to me, and I thought it was interesting that he was like, "Oh shit, you're fucking tall," because like it knows how tall you are. So like you see some people are like super tall or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, you're tall," and it was like, "Yo, look how fucking tall this guy is," and I thought that was so weird. Never experienced that in a video game, but anyways, the game started, and this dude that like had made that comment, like I was like moving with him, and at one point he goes prone, and I was there, and I was like, "Yo, where does your VR headset like in your house?" He's like, "Oh, I'm like in my kitchen," and I was like, "Are you lying on your kitchen floor right now?" And he's like, "Yes, I am."
absolutely.
And I'm like so high in VR, I'm like, this is like I'm standing, and that's like what's funny to me too, is that I'm also an avatar in like the metaverse, and I'm like, this is the future of gaming. This man is in his kitchen, lying on the floor in real life, but in the game,
real
he's not.
PTSD
You know,
from
I love also VR. Like VR's like I've been big on. I think AR is the future. Like when you find that perfect balance between VR and AR, like if you have your if this was my apartment,
contacts you can put on.
or like this was my apartment, yeah, or like glasses or something, yeah, the smaller the better. But if this was my apartment and I had no window or anything, but I had like my VR glasses, you can like go and like you could even do this in VR. You can like put like a prop couch in exactly where your couch is within your tracker, your motion trackers, and you can like put a desk exactly where the desk is, and then you can kind of treat your real space and your virtual space as one as you go and sit on your couch. And where there is maybe a little TV, you could literally put a screen and stretch it out bigger and put it on your wall, and it's like a 50-inch, 60-inch, 70-inch TV, and you could put like a fucking window here with like a fake ass cyberpunk city outside, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And like that's where I'm like, that's when people will use it more. Also physically when the hardware is smaller, but I'll be honest, the Oculus Quest is very close to the right hardware. I mean, I don't think the industry is making enough money to keep going, like making it smaller just yet as fast as I want. But like, yeah, once like, companies like Apple or Amazon figure it out, and we have these little things on our heads and little glasses, like my room could be so much sicker. You know what I mean?
But
don't
don't you
you
have enough money to make it sicker? Shouldn't that be for homeless people? You can put them on. They're like, oh my god, like this
live in an actual house. They recreate a normal house inside of a cardboard box. And then just standing room. It's not that
this
great.
window leads to a beach. Yeah. This little
I like
it.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, if there's paranoia for me putting on a headset in my own fucking house, I'm not going to put it on in the middle of a crowded mall, like my ass open to everybody around me. I trust everybody completely.
I know, yeah. What do you think's going to happen, though? You're like, my ass open to everyone. Who's coming for your ass?
No, not like my ass specifically. I just don't like, dude, there's just weird acts of like violence that happen randomly, and I feel like if it's gonna happen to me, I want to at least like see the shit coming. Yeah, I don't want to be just like walking and then get sucker punched in the face, and I don't want to make it even easier by being an asshole with VR glasses, because like if someone has VR glasses on, it's in the back of your head, like I want to just go shove that guy so fucking hard, because it's like that would be so disorienting for them to get blown across the floor.
Yeah,
but
I
I never tried on those Rift things. Why?
I'm a person on that side, and I'm a person that likes to like introduce people to things. Like I do, like like VR, when I first tried VR, someone was like, you gotta try VR, and I put it on, and they made me do a roller coaster thing. And I had it on for like 2 minutes. I took it off and I was like, I'm sick. And I hate VR. And I hated VR for like literally 5 years. So now, like, when I put a VR headset on someone, like I give them a little carpet that's different so they know where their feet are. I point a fan at them. I like touch the back of them. I'm like, I'm right here. I'll always be like coming to your right. I think you got to unpack why you want to throw people on the ground when they have a VR headset on. They're like, you see some of the VR headset, you're like, fucking
Let's
throw him
fuck
to the
with
ground.
him. Yeah, let's
let's
do
fucking
something to him,
push
dude.
him.
Because like, I don't know.
So
it
weak
can be
right
the
now.
most peaceful game in the world. Once it's in VR, it's terrifying. There's no game scarier than Minecraft VR. Are you kidding me? When you see that creeper around the corner, and
Or
you're
even
there,
just owing Tom Nook money in VR is fucking scary. Like way scarier every second you're on the island. I would say honestly, I would say like
by the way, that whole roller coaster thing, I remember Stalt ended one night of VR because he was like, hey, I built a roller coaster in Minecraft. You want to ride it? You know, it was like the mine cart. Rode the mine carts, and I remember being very fucking sick. Like I was just like, why did I even? Yeah, he just brings it, and you're like on rails, and you shouldn't be moving or whatever, and
Oh, one
Minecraft
of the best
was the worst for motion sickness.
One of the best VR games that I played was No Man's Sky. Because like you're walking around the whole planet, so everything is huge. The perspective of things are really huge, and you're mining, doing little things in VR is like so cool. Like, and when you're building your house in VR, it's so cool. And I stand in the middle of my room here with like a little like carpet where my feet are, but I keep this chair next to me because when you climb back onto your ship and sit down on the ship, I'll sit down on my chair for real. And then like you're in the ship and you do that, and then you land and I get off my chair and I just push it aside and like you're back on this other planet. And like everything you're doing in that is just, it feels crazy because it's just 1-to-1, you know, and a game like that, it makes a big difference. I can't wait till they have those treadmills working perfectly.
Yeah,
I feel like
I got approached by some like Korean company that was like, we make those like, I was trying like doing whatever. God. And then they were like, well, okay, so after you shoot the video, you got to pack it up and send it back to us. I was like, no, I want to keep it. I want it. Give it to me. Yeah.
You literally should have just been like, should have just not.
No,
like,
I didn't.
You never
do
thought.
it.
No, but you ever no
responded.
No, have you ever thought about just stealing from a company?
Just not send it back.
Just not send it back.
Yeah, what do these Korean people got to do? Send like a repo man or something?
No matter what they do, even like, do they even want the drama? And if you read deeper, like into the culture, maybe they like would just be like, leave it, fuck it. That's an L on us. Forget it. You should have really bullied a whole ass company. I feel like you would have got away with it.
Yeah, that would have been. I would have had a badass giant VR treadmill that I never use.
And you'll be like, and then like you just be blacklisted in Korea. You just can't go there.
They also had some crazy ass VR headset I've never seen before. It looks like a visor for a Gundam or something like that. It was pretty cool. It was like an 8K VR headset, but they were demanding I like send the stuff back after I use it, and I was like, "There's no fucking chance."
Yeah,
that's also ugly because then like you get it, and like you're like you just know some other fucking like YouTuber had it at their house on their face.
Nobody gets
like,
VR without jacking off with it in 8K. You had this before me. I need to know the name.
Why is Kanoji downloaded already?
I'm gonna beat his personal best time. We'll have a leaderboard of YouTubers.
You never what? There's no way. There's no way you can do that many nuts in 5 minutes.
How many times do you have to get tutored, Kanoji? I'm starting to think you have a learning disability. What's going on here?
You have a dog's brain.
You're hardly past the 3rd grade. God.
You have a dog's brain.
So are you preparing for another fight?
Wait, I got a lot to say about that, but I didn't want to finish saying the Void thing. You go to the mall. You go to the mall.
Winding down.
No, you go to the mall. You put the VR headset on, and then you shoot Darth Vader. Stuff. I had way more to talk about it, but we're moving to the next topic.
Wait, no. We only move Sam doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
I
about.
don't know what
At the
I'm
mall,
interested-
do the void, and you like you go with your buddies and
Kill
like
Darth Vader.
it's like it was just it ends up being that perfect balance of VR and AR that I was talking about. Well, not perfect, but a nice step in the right direction. You like have like a little lightweight computer on your back, literally. Like everyone has like a little backpack with like a legit computer on it that's powering like a sick ass VR headset. You have like hand sensors, and it's like literally like your fingers moving, and it's your arms and hands, and you look down, you see your body, and so you're like wireless, and you get like a prop gun that has like a button on it and like switches that like you look at it, it looks like a stormtrooper gun, and you can like do the shit and squeeze the trigger, and it'll shoot because it's like that mix of AR and VR. And then you like go into a room, and sometimes there was like a droid talking to you, and like you could like reach out and like touch it because they literally have a standee droid there that matches where the cutscene is.
Oh, that's
And then
cool.
the doors, like here, like the door opens.
Is it like an animatronic or is it a statue type thing?
It's like a statue, but like in the game, like its head's moving a little bit, but like it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Or there's an R2D2 droid there with like its lights flashing, and it's not actually lights flashing if you look under your headset. And some of you are tall or whatever. You guys like they just look different because it like tracks you.
A little short for a stormtrooper, yeah.
And then you go, you're on Mustafar. So like at one point you go and you like step on this ledge, the doors open up and you step out. They've obviously like heated up the room way more, and like they even have like the smell of ashes. And like so,
oh god, the mall's on fire.
Yeah.
You open the door and like
the death plunge ledge. That
they have
people
lava.
fall off of.
you literally
accurate
like
this
what's
is.
so crazy about it is like you like walk onto this like moving platform, and like for some reason you're just like stupid. You know that you're in a room. You're in like a fucking emptied out fucking Radio Shack now that's been repurposed into this. You know there's all floor here. But like our stupid human brains, like really not that far from dog brains. You're like actually like standing on this platform, and you're like, oh,
Woof.
I'll fall to my death. Like even though you're just like literally like standing in a fucking Radio Shack. But you like we walk onto this ledge, and you're there, and then like it's like electronic starts to like move, but like you're just standing there with your buddies, like on fucking carpet.
Yeah.
But you think because of the smell and everything, you're really starting to believe it. And then you go around, you shoot some stormtroopers, and Darth Vader comes up, and you shoot at him, and he comes and he kills you. But just the fact that they made the
you
room,
don't actually get to kill him.
That'd be so
No.
disrespectful to the
Yeah.
character.
He actually
Make him
comes-
a complete pussy.
Yeah.
he actually comes, and it's like scary
surrender.
because after like the 8-minute experience or whatever, like you're just like so immersed, and you've been doing so well. And then Darth Vader
People
comes, and
actually
you're
die
like,
for
oh
real.
shit.
That's funny that little mall experience makes more money than a Radio Shack. They like yanked out an entire department store to put in 7 minutes of Star Wars walkthrough in VR.
Yeah, 7 minutes.
Which,
Right,
by
it's
the
also-
way,
It was in Glendale, so I feel like they just like they paid. Like Disney was like, have that Radio Shack removed.
Destroy it.
This is going to
Immediately.
cost us a little bit, but
Yeah.
whatever. We have 14 Star
it's
Wars
like-
movies and shows coming out.
Without even the immersion of like heat or wind or touch, it's incredible how you can put a VR headset on an old person and they're like so totally immersed. The point, like you see those videos of people, it's like walk the plank. I put my mom. I'm like, Mom, you gotta check this out. It's so cool. I put it
That
on her-
plank was fucked up, though. That was
no,
crazy.
I didn't do the plank. That is funny, but I was just like, you're in.
Oh, I
the-
thought you did that to her.
No. I wish, but like I tried to do something similar that I could do for free in our hotel room. I did like you're diving with sharks, but it's in like
she
fucking,
drowned.
It's in like
Like,
480p.
So yeah, it's like PS1 graphics.
I gave her CPR and water somehow shot out of her, and then, like,
Yeah.
like it was like she immediately put it on, was screaming. I'm like, what do you think? This little device has got fucking sharks in it? Like, you're just in the hotel room. But it's so. But okay, I say this. My mom's the same person. She can get very easily immersed. My older brother showed her Diablo 1, and she started playing. and she got swarmed in like the fields by enemies, and she was fucking horrified. She was
Crying.
screaming, yeah, like oh god, they're after me, and it's you're a fucking 4-bit in that game.
Your
So,
mom playing Diablo 1 is just like, that's a
It's
pretty
cool ass
badass.
mom.
It's incredible. But
If I brought Diablo 1 to my mom, I was like, Mom, you gotta try this. She'd be like, get the fuck away from me.
nerd bitch.
Like if I made her, and when I
Speaking
put her,
about the VR thing, like my mom, I remember Star Fox, you'd do the barrel roll in Star Fox. My mom would just be getting green in the face. Like she was like, oh, it's too much movement.
Bro,
Like, imagine you were in the plane. I should
People
put the
Doom
VR on
2.
the
Doom 2 made
They're on
parents
a
sick.
fucking Minecraft
People-
roller coaster.
yeah.
Parents would look at Doom or Doom 2 back in the day and be like, I'm gonna be sick. And it's like on this
Oh,
little
God.
fucking computer screen. Like
The
it's
devil won.
Yeah.
What's
I
happening?
should put my mom on the, like in the new Doom, doesn't it have a VR? Isn't it VR compatible?
yeah. Yeah,
Is
they have
it?
it. No, I think
Oh,
it's a
man.
different game, just Doom VR, isn't it?
I
Oh no,
don't
wait, there was
remember.
the Doom 3 also that was VR.
Put
I don't
your
remember.
mom like POV, you're in hell and you're being tortured for what she did to you.
I put VR on my mom and it was like putting like a sweater on a cat.
Oh,
Like I
that's
put it on
cute.
her and she literally was like,
My-
Oh, like won't move, very still.
I was literally like, look around. I'm like, you can move your head. Like,
You ever had
look.
the opposite of that?
Dude, Sam's
put
mom
the-
would be like showing a caveman fushigi ball or something. Like it, she would be, her brain would be completely blown.
You'd be melted, yeah.
This
She
ball
still
comes
doesn't.
out.
I told her I was gonna be gone for like the San Diego thing, and she was like, "What the heck? Like, there's people in the computer you're talking
Have
to?"
you
I was
met
like,
him
"Yeah."
first?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember I put a VR headset on my brother-in-law, and he was the opposite. He like forgot he was in my office and was playing super hot, doing fucking karate chops and shit, and like doing
hits.
flying kicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, my stuff is in this room. You can't just start doing like
Yeah.
Jean-Claude
No
Van Damme,
karate
like,
in the house.
like twisting
Yeah,
kicks
he-
and
I
stuff.
didn't know you could do a backflip. My God, yeah, he put on it.
He was like
He
running
ran
around
up
and
the
shit.
wall and did a backflip. Yeah,
Yeah.
did some real Matrix shit.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here? I thought you were
Dude,
saying
I
forgot
think
how
that-
he was in my office, like turned on porn or something. I was like, oh God, oh fuck.
I've noticed the people that do have like the ankle trackers, which means you can do the coolest shit. They're always the people that are just on VR chat, like whacking off in like an anime furry
Yeah.
outfit or something.
Backing off with their feet.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you could use this for way
Good.
cooler stuff. It's
Yeah.
always just VR chat performances.
Yeah, that's so incredibly cool. Oh, Gladiator. Yeah, you're doing some real crazy shit. It's like being in the same space and doing like, working together, shooting zombies. Like that's cool. But I got, especially as like recent years, it's harder and harder for me to play single player stuff. I need to be like competing with someone.
This is one of Poob's best monologues as it descends further down into the bit rate. Yeah, I love how like slowly the individual pixels for his eyes turned into one gray bar because it just got so pixelated and compressed. That was awesome. It's like the saddest. I want his fucking stupid camera right now to be the thumbnail. Him looking
was
blank.
trying.
Yeah.
Wow, that edible really started to hit for me. His
Oh my
Yeah.
his
God.
thing was
Well,
just.
you want to talk about that boxing now that you're all
A robot.
that's hitting?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to box. I got offered to be on the KSI card.
Yeah.
A very nice amount of money, but I didn't know who my opponent was. And I was just like, bro, like, what am I doing? 36 years old. I'm lucky I didn't get punched stupid or break my nose. Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing now? Also, because remember you said PTSD earlier
Yeah.
when I said I was weird. I don't even think that was that wrong of a call. Like, there was a lot of a part of me that I was like a little sickened,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I was like,
it
it was like a bad trip a bit. Like,
we're in like a
punching him.
docile society, man. I think if I ever had to like swing a punch or do anything, I would be like, what the hell? Have you seen that video of the cop recently? He like got into a gunfight and unloaded on this guy, and his other cop buddies get there and he still just has the gun and he's like pulling the trigger and the gun's completely empty because he's like in shell shock from getting into conflict with this guy. This is a dude that supposedly has some sort of training or whatever.
That's fucked
And
up.
Yeah, right.
his like little coworker cop guys had to like take the pistol out of his hand. They're like, dude, like you killed him. You shot him like a million times. You need to calm down.
I feel like that's why he's clicking it so much. He's like, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah.
Do you watch UFC or anything? Like,
No.
do you like, see, my best friend, he's super into boxing. He really loves it. And like, I've thought it like it'd be a cool thing to get fit for. You know, I can only work out if it's with a
Boxing?
purpose.
Boxing, like aside from everything I just said the last few seconds, I think every single person should box. Like I think all three of you guys should go and like go to a boxing class, even if you went to group classes like in a nearby gym, if you're with like middle-aged women, or if you just like paid a couple bucks and got like a session with someone. Like hitting like pads and doing it's just a really special feeling, because punching is just kind of like an unnatural thing to do, or it was for me. But as you do it, it's like something that, like, I don't know, you should be able to fucking throw some punches. You should be
And
able
just
to do
like be in tune with your body, at least on some level.
100%. And also
Yeah.
like exercise wise, like an hour of doing that is like 2.5 hours of running. It's like
shit.
so insane. Holding your arms up.
I lost interest.
It's-
when you
but
said
like,
that, I
but
lost
like,
all
but no, but
interest.
like not in terms of what you have to do. Like I was kind of saying it like in like you'd be surprised, because it's
Yeah.
boxing. You're so much more like gamified with what you're doing. You're not just like running. Like, you know, it's like fucking hands go up, or like, you know, you have like a goal like in 30 seconds. It's like, it's just it's you know, maybe I loved it because like I was scared someone was gonna be punching me in the face. At one point, I was gonna be fighting oh shit, what's his name? Oh, I actually love his channel. He's so
Rock.
joke. No, he did Autistic Mealtime.
Oh, Andre the Giant. This other fucking huge guy.
Fuck, I'm so stupid. Right? Anomaly.
Wait, the CS:GO guy?
Is he a CS:GO guy?
Oh, I don't know.
So-
Anomaly?
He's a gamer.
Yeah. He's big?
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy that wears the ski mask?
Yeah. I didn't know he's big.
Bro, he's like my height
Fuck.
and like 300 pounds.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
You should fight Stult next time.
Yeah.
I would never.
Dude, Sam, we're trying to get, make a push for Sam to be a next Creator Clash. Bro, me as coach, Bryan is, a guy that holds the stool or whatever. And,
How tall are you? How much do you weigh?
Who, me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sam, fight
Oh,
him.
yeah. No, you've been
knocked off.
training and shit, and I've
Me?
Yeah,
No, not me.
Yeah,
Not me.
okay. Yeah, I'm 6'2". You would
okay,
fucking
yeah.
wipe the floor with
Oh,
me.
6'2". Yeah, you should have boxed Aaron
Who's Aaron?
He's the same height,
from
right?
Game Grumps.
Oh, Game Grumps.
yeah.
That's that. I was looking at how he was throwing punches. I said that's about my level. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
If he wanted a much more heroic re-entrance into the ring, where like he might be able to definitely win, that might be the matchup.
you-
Yeah, I think he was looking for a fight for Creator Clash too.
Oh shit!
Maybe hit
A
him up.
redemption
You were
arc.
trying to hit up Wubby.
I think he
originally, but-
he
I
found
know, right?
someone.
Maybe I can fight both of them at the same time.
I saw
Gladiator.
Wubby on the card for the first Creator Clash. He was supposed to be boxing in it, and I was
Yeah.
so excited. I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What's that going to be like?" Also, like, what's his name? Anomaly, who I knew before, was on the card, and I almost boxed S-Fan also.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
he
that
didn't
was-
fight at all.
No, I think he hurt himself training early on.
Have you talked to him before?
No.
Okay.
Well, he was at Creator Clash.
I was gonna say I don't know if he's like it's pretty easy assumption that a lot of like streamers and YouTubers are kind of awkward, but I don't know if he is or not. But I felt so bad because I was at Creator Clash with my friend Omid, who was like, "Oh my god, that's S." We're at Charlie's compound afterwards, and he's like, "That's S-Fan." Like, he's one of the only other like Persian streamers I know. I'm like, dude, you got to go talk to him. Like, go say like you love his stuff or something. I'm like, I already went up. I said hi to Harley, and like I saw Drew Gooden here and stuff. Like, I saw.
You're like, I
guys-
said hi to Harley, and he fake punched in my
and
face.
I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, they can just totally ignore you. And I was like, dude, like he's gonna love you. Don't worry, Omid. And he went over there and then came back like 15 seconds later. It was like, that was really awkward, man. Like I spoke some Farsi to him and he was like, okay, cool. And then I just walked back over. Like it's just like he was like, yeah, he was nice, but like he clearly did not, it's like probably not here to
It wasn't
meet
looking for a
random
friend.
guys.
Yeah.
Like, come on, we're both Persian. What's going on? And he was just like, not anymore.
You gotta
Not
like
me. Yeah. I'm on OTK. Like I'm I just
Maybe-
felt bad
maybe
because
give
I
it
was clearly instigating, like, he's gonna love you. You guys are gonna become
Yeah, that
know?
sounded like it wasn't going to go well just by how like
It did.
optimistic you were being.
Yeah, it was set up to fail just from it would be funnier if it failed, and it was. But yeah, he didn't really after that, he's already like has a hard time just like going up to people and talking to them. So like after that, I don't think after that I smoked. I don't think we talked to a single person there. We just found a little corner, carved it out. I'd love to see Sam in the next one. Mainly so I can get better seats. I'd love to be a row closer.
Yeah,
you
like
wanna
right
be
there in
feeling
the
sweat.
sidelines. Yeah.
Well, I was, third row, not bad, but
Could be
sideline
better, you know.
with a little
Sideline would be
fucking ball
badass.
or with what kind of hats do old timey boxer coaches wear? It's almost like
I know what
a
you're talking about. It's like a fucking leather
almost like a
beret or
golf
something.
hat
What?
or
Yeah.
something, but
Oh no, that
one of
golf
those
hat.
with like
hey,
a vest
when I
over
ask you
it.
to cut me,
Yeah.
you could have the Peaky Blinders razor blade on your golf cap, and you
I
could
could do a little Peaky Blinders thing. I've never seen the
Yeah.
show, but I could try. I'll
Peaky
do whatever it
Blinders, fucking
takes to be
British
your
people.
coach.
Awesome.
I also think it'd be funny if Sam gets in the fight and then Bryan and I train really hard and like become noticeably stronger, and Sam doesn't train at all.
No, yeah, I
Yeah,
I
this looks like a
atrophy more.
fucking
You
dummy
guys are
world.
shredded.
Yeah.
When I go to the
You're like it's
Yeah.
about aged
That's all
100
of them.
years,
Yeah.
and we are in the prime of our lives. I'd love that.
and you guys are like showing me how to throw punches like in the corner. And it's like perfect form. Like, dude, it's like a
Whoa,
fucking
whoa.
like a kinetic whip. Yeah. And you're throwing
Breaking the
really
sound
like you can
barrier
hear
each
the
punch.
wind. Yeah, you can hear the wind snapping from your sleeves as you do it.
I'd also think it'd just be great if you somehow shit your pants and fell into it or something, or like some insane, like this would never happen at Creator Clash. Like if
I
you and
think they
Wubby
would-
fought each other, you guys could really plan a good bit.
I
to
think
do.
if they catch wind of two people planning on shitting
Yeah, well,
themselves
no,
on
yeah,
like
cut that out.
live.
No, cut that out. No.
Yeah,
Well,
cut
not
that out.
real
It might not
shit,
be
not real
You know,
shit.
I'm not gonna lie, Harley. You brought a level of theatrics to the Creator Clash that
you
was
had a great
needed.
entrance.
Yeah, it was great.
entrance.
I feel like
good.
I was the only
Yeah.
one that really watched like 90s WWF
Yeah.
going into that, because I don't know, I feel like some decisions I made, it did play out well, but like like I knew like during the Wayne I'd make fun of Aaron's fans, his audience, because I was like,
And
I
they
don't
were
think
like, whoa.
I feel like we don't have a lot of crossover.
yeah.
And I was like, and I could be like a heel. And I was like, honestly, and I don't know any of those fuckers, but I know Aaron, he's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna diss his fans instead. And I was like, it'll just play well. And then I did it, and it was just like, yeah, it's just like the whole thing was weird vibes, I swear. Like now that the edibles are kicking in and I think about it, every time I talk about it with like my close friends, like the boxing thing, I'm like, boxing was so fucking weird.
It's a charity event.
It was
It's like
just
a charity
surreal. Like, but yeah,
beatdown.
but like you do the boxing thing and there's like 12,000 people there. Like it's like one thing to do the boxing and to punch and you're gonna like fight someone and like that's a whole thing. And then like training to do it. Like, and I was like so fat when I first started training that like after the training, even like I'm still like a fat me. But like the whole thing was like such a thing. And then you get there and it's like there's like 12,000 people there. Like, do you know how many like faces you recognize in the crowd because they're like channels you watch or like Twitch channels that like stream? It was just so fucked. And there's like, it was just such a strange thing to be a part of. And like you go out like and you box, and I'm like, I was honestly on autopilot. Like everything that happened, like I thought a lot about it going in, but I was just on autopilot. Because yeah, it's like a charity event, and that was a part of it. Is like I'm not going to be a YouTube boxer and try and like chase the bag, like I don't have to do that. And in this case, like it's for a good cause. Like even if I get beat up, like it's still
Did you
for a
get
good
to
thing.
communicate with Aaron any beforehand to plan some sort of
plotting? Yeah.
any plotting you can do? Or
As soon as I called him and I was just like, well, look, I know I'm like a lot.
Kid. Hang up.
It's like I know I'm like a lot bigger than you, but you know, like I'm not going in there to kill anyone. I'm not like, I don't know, like if you know who I am, like I collect fucking toys and stuff. So like, you know, we could film. I was going to LA. I was like, we could film something to make like some like little beef of it or whatever. We ended up just doing it on Twitter because he was on tour and stuff. But every time I spoke to him, there was times where like he was extremely confident. And in fact, all the animators on Creator Clash were like mad confident. Like
really,
they were,
That's
they were
insane.
just like, you know, Odd Ones Out did such a good video. Out of all the Creator Clash video, his came out like just like recently, but it's a really good video. It was just cool, like seeing him in the locker room, being in his locker room and watching his video. It's just like it's just a great video. But he was there, he was like super confident. And I'll be honest with you, like I watched him box. I don't think that I can't guarantee you that I would beat I Did a Thing in a boxing match. I can't guarantee you that.
Well, he's Australian, right? Which
Man,
just
he
gives
was
him, like,
fucking
this
crazy.
inherent-
He looks fucking like I've watched Creator Clash a bunch of times. Not my fight. I just like don't want to watch it. Like I saw all the clips like for 48 hours after, but like I'll rewatch the other fights and like he's sick.
I
Yeah.
love complete novices going to fight too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
It's fantastic. They
They
should do
really
like a raffle
do.
thing where everybody that's in the audience,
It's
if
a
it,
fight.
like, yeah,
They
they're like,
fight
check
each
under your
other?
fucking seats, dude. You might be going up here. That
You
would be
have to
so
fight-
great.
you have
It's
to
just like
fight
you bring your
Harley.
+1. It turns out my wife has to go up there and just do like an impromptu fight against a 6'6" guy. Like they don't even they
I
don't even
feel
try
like
to make equal matches.
I feel like packing a stadium full of people that are ready to fight isn't even a good idea.
Yeah, there's probably some guy going in there ready for murder. You guys seen like you're kind of an older dude. Do you remember bum fights when that was popular on the internet?
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah.
But
37.
I spent a lot of time on the internet at a young age.
Yeah,
unsupervised.
bum fights at 30 is you're definitely advanced.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was perusing in places I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But some of those guys, they were like, fight for this cheeseburger or whatever. And some of those guys, I think, weren't there for the cheeseburger, dude. They were there to murder someone on camera. Like I was like, dude,
Yeah.
there's no ref to pull this guy off. And they were
Well,
just
I
doing
think-
like
I think
elbows
they're, like-
into people's faces.
Yeah, I
Those are
feel like they
brutal.
also like got bonuses for doing certain things and stuff.
Yeah.
They like paid them to like pull their teeth out. Then that
Oh,
guy
dude.
went on Dr. Phil dressed as Dr. Phil.
Legendary.
Yeah.
That is one of the best TV appearances I've seen. That one's great.
Wait,
'cause
wait. The guy that went on Dr. Phil's Dr. Phil was on bum fights.
He's the
He
guy.
was the
guy
He
owner.
went on.
He's
He
the
is
Oh,
owner
the
the
of
bum fight.
owner of bum fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to
And
say, there's
Dr.
no
Phil
way that
brought him
guy
on
was
to-
in one of the bum fights.
No,
He brought him on
Dr.
there to
wasn't
be
a bum
like,
fighter.
"What are you doing over here taking advantage of homeless people?"
I've seen
And
that.
he
I've
fucking
seen that
he
interview.
shows
I
up
totally-
and he's got
I
his
didn't
hair
realize,
shaved like Dr. Phil, and he gets all butt hurt.
No.
He's
Funny.
like, "I'm not going to be the butt of the joke," and he sends him out.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
a joke.
legendary.
he knew all that was gonna happen.
Oh, he
They
did.
knew,
You
like,
think?
It's
yeah,
great.
he's like, no way. He's like, they knew he was doing. They must have known.
Yeah, you'd have
There's
to
no
know, like,
way, right? Like,
Dr. Phil can't be.
can't surprise
genuine.
Dr. Phil on
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah,
Yeah,
Phil.
but you know,
None of
Dr.
those
Phil was
shows
probably
can be-
pissed when he showed up at the fucking studio.
Yeah,
and he's
for
like,
sure.
"That guy wasn't bald
Yeah.
like a
And
day ago."
they spoke about it. Yeah, he was like, no, bring him out, and I'll tell him to leave.
Yeah,
So
I
you
want to
were
have the last laugh on this one. Yeah.
you were on Jay Leno. Sam said earlier.
Yeah, that was so
Did
long
you?
ago.
Was that
was
all like
lifetimes
fully
ago.
planned out, or like in the vein of like? I mean, maybe you can't even talk about it, but like in the vein of like talk show planouts, like, did you know everything you were gonna say before? Like, well, obviously you did pre-planning, but did he know everything you were gonna say before?
Yeah, like
you
how
put it?
pre-planned are those?
Oh
things?
yeah, you do a run through during the day, and you like say things, and they'll like tell you to like, for the most part, stick to it. But I wanted they told you to be authentic. They really want to like take away your character When I was there, that's what I thought. They really wanted me to like be like me.
How old were you, if I can ask, when you went on
25.
That's
20,
nuts. Yeah.
26,
Yeah.
Now, were you horrified or what? Like, or were you like excited or that? Dude, that's insane.
It's
Like,
just I don't know. I like. It was really weird. This is like such a. It was just surreal because I remember at the time we were actually offered to go on to Conan, and I was really excited
I would
about
have
that.
picked Conan, but
Yeah, I would have picked Conan too, for sure.
I actually like no one's ever like I'm just slowly thinking about it because like the edibles kicked in, I'm high, and I'm like, no one's ever really this never came up, but this was like the first mistake or lesson that I learned.
Huh.
Conan hit me up and I was like, didn't hit me up, but like he hit us up and he wanted us, or his producer did, to go on his late night show. And I was so excited about it. And I just got like an agent like a week before. And I told him, and he was like, oh, Conan wants you. That's great. And then he hit me back and he was like, you're going on Jay Leno next month. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And then Conan, he was like, no, that's not how it works. You go on one, not the other. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go on Conan. He was like, no, for sure not. He's like, you're going on Jay Leno. Jay Leno has like 10 million viewers. Conan like maybe has 2. So then instantly I was like, oh, what do I know? I uploaded a couple fucking stupid bacon videos to the internet. Forget it. I'll go on Jay Leno. Having said that, put all that on pause for a second. Going on Jay Leno was fucking awesome. And it was like, he was so chill. Like my mom was there and like he came to like the green room and like chilled and spoke to like me and my mom for like 30 minutes. Like brought the other guests over who were like actual famous people. Like
who were the other guests?
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And it was just very chill vibes, and it was awesome. And Jay Leno's the man. He was sick, and so we went on the show. We did it. And having said that, yeah, they wanted me to like. I didn't play like Sauce Boss at all, but then I kind of played it up a bit when the show actually aired because they don't really re-record like a whole segment. But after that, we kept in touch with Jay Leno, and I filmed a couple episodes with him, and I've been to his garage a few times.
Oh.
And I have a really crazy story to tell you, actually. A really crazy story to tell you.
Okay.
But I wanted to say, going back, that it was my first mistake was just that, like, when I went on Jay Leno, I upgraded the server to like epicmealtime.com and like its search results and stuff because I was like, oh, people will look up Epic Mealtime. And there was no bump at all, like in traffic. And it just turns out that the 10 million people that watch Jay Leno aren't the people that would think that it's cool that we just made a meat car.
Yeah.
Like we literally made a
There's
meat
no
car
crossover.
that like drove. Yeah, it was strange to them, and like it was like cute, but they didn't go to YouTube. Whereas I think if we went on Conan, I think a lot of those people may have gone and looked it up. Like I did stuff back then. If I saw something cool or whatever, and I was like, oh, internet content, I'll look at something on the internet. Like, I was just eager to do that myself. I think Conan could have been more successful. Or I could have gone on that and Conan could have completely destroyed what we were doing with like one sick joke and like taken the wind out of the sails like instantly. And it would have happened to like 2 million people of potential demographic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Me getting just murked.
I think the days of someone going on a show like Johnny Carson and like doing just like a good live performance and then just changing their career forever and all. Like if you killed on Johnny Carson, then that was it. Like there was
this is like 2011.
Yeah.
So this was like closer to the day where like maybe like in 2001 it could have been like that still. Yeah. 2011, like no, I was there. It wasn't that. It wasn't.
Well, I mean, there was a time when like Epic Mealtime was the channel. I remember it didn't matter who the fuck I talked to. People from all different walks of life were just like, you see that giant hamburger lasagna thing? Like everybody was talking about that shit.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know if it was at that peak time when you got on there, but I mean, people that were on YouTube saw Epic Mealtime. I doubt there was any. To get someone to convert from Jay Leno would be someone they would have to go make a YouTube account too. Like, it's a weird crossover that would have to happen.
Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yeah, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
I was gonna say, do you consider that a masterpiece? Because that
Yeah, it
movie
is.
was fantastic.
That was crazy.
That was the
movie.
most fun I've had in theaters, and so like,
Oh, you didn't see
How
Top
good
Gun
is
2?
this?
no, see, that's the problem.
You didn't see Top Gun 2?
No, and I always I'm an AMC A-lister. I go and I see it in Dolby. I was like out of town when all my friends saw Top Gun, and then I just like have I've been like
I actually don't like
busy.
Top Gun, and I never really liked Top Gun.
I've heard this one's just a
And so I was like,
great time.
I'll catch Top Gun 2 when it's like streaming. But I went and saw it in the theater because I don't know. Tom Cruise made a big deal about it being in the theater. He's he's a good actor.
You love Tommy,
He's a good actor. Hey, listen, all I'm gonna say is he's a good
Justin
actor.
Timberlake, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, and he really wanted me to see it in theaters for him.
Well, if he asks,
So,
nicely.
I went to Top Gun 2, and it was actually incredible. It was a really great movie, especially for theaters. And there's like one part, like something happens, and there's this like, it's like this moment, and then there's this well-earned laugh. And then the movie continues, and it was like kind of like perfectly timed out. Like I understood why, like he wanted people to see it in theaters. There was like decisions. Like at one point, there's like a joke, and it was just like a pause long enough for the whole theater to laugh, and then the movie continued. It was just interesting.
It was just
it was like, and the action was great, and the moments were great, and it just plays out better. It just, it was just chill movie. I like it.
It's awful when you get to a part in a movie where they want you to laugh and they make it over obvious. They're like, okay, laugh now. They almost hope like a fucking cue card.
Yeah.
And no one in the theater
You don't want
laughs.
it. You don't want it to be like that.
Well-earned laugh that is such a rare but like great thing to experience with other people. That's why theaters are amazing, to experience, these emotions with people. And if you can get a good laugh, you can get a good like that's incredible.
I've heard like you talk about that, and I've heard like Quentin Tarantino talk about like, oh, it's all about the vibe, the crowd that you're with.
Well, you're not a people
Are people in
Stand side is
Tallahassee just
naked and
fucking
high.
dead, dude? I could be
My
like,
couch.
I could be in like the most packed theater and something insane happen. Crickets in Tallahassee.
Well, what are
These
you with
people
a
don't
bunch of
fucking move.
almost dead old people, retirees or something?
Yeah, like I think.
Okay, take your family, Sam, and move to somewhere more exciting.
I know. I need to. I need to go somewhere else.
I'm sad you just bought a beautiful home with awesome fucking space there, because
Pack
you're
that
never
shit
gonna
on a
leave.
leash.
You're gonna die
No,
in that house.
I'm
let's be
gonna
honest.
fucking die here.
No,
well,
you're
my
gonna die
in-laws
there,
are here. I
and-
got family. Once you have
I know,
family in a place, you're
but
stuck.
I have family in
rooted in-
Indiana.
yeah.
I don't want to live in Indiana my whole life. I'll kill myself. I've got
No,
to
you
go
were just
out.
telling me before this podcast. You said I talked to my mom. I forgot the sound of her voice. It was insane. It was like meeting a whole new person again. And you were like, I
What are
haven't
you
seen her in
talking
like a
about?
year and a half or something.
I saw my mom 2 weeks ago. Okay, I have to see. I come from a very. I don't know how you and your family are, Harley. I mean, you said you were just with your parents, but I come from a very like almost clanny, like old, like
From the clan.
No, yeah, they're very.
Oh, that's it. There
He
you
has
go.
no
There
chance
you
to
go.
defend himself. His internet goes out. They are very much in the clan, he says. I'm going to
Yep.
finish his sentence for him. Yeah,
You nailed
Indiana's
that one.
known for
No.
how insanely
Wait,
racist
am I
it
back
is.
or no?
What the-
No,
you
he's
hear
not
me?
back. I'm just going to keep going.
Can
So
you hear
anyways,
me?
his whole, it
little
comes from
bit.
a
I don't
long
know if you're
line of
fucking with me
clan
or not.
members.
Of clan members, yep.
Wait, Bryan,
Boom,
look at
pipe
me.
down, pipe down. Shut up. We're talking about your insanely racist family. No, I'm sure you're
can you
fine.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're good.
What's your you're Canadian?
Yeah.
Bryan is also Canadian. What are you
Is
are you
that
guys
kindred
different
spirits or
types of
something?
Canadians?
Where are you
There's-
from?
Ontario. I'm not going any more specific than that, but you could probably assume where.
Where are you from, Harley?
Montreal.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, which one's
ugh.
closest to Indiana? Is that Toronto?
I was almost your
that's
neighbor.
Toronto.
Oh, Oh, you were close
There's a
to
good
Michigan.
chance. There's a good chance I was almost your neighbor. I was looking for places, like in Ontario to live, but the internet is really bad there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian, how's your internet?
They didn't have the
Pretty
new.
shit,
They didn't have the. That's why I ended up living where I live right now. But
So how come you don't put Canadian bacon and all that shit on Epic Mealtime? You did like the
we
the
do.
good, the good
We
bacon.
did a lot. We did a
that
lot.
part of your character arc you play?
No,
You like
our bacon-
American bacon.
We don't call Canadian bacon.
Oh,
You just call
We
it
don't
ham
call
or
that.
something.
Yeah,
I never
exactly.
understood what that was until I had American people tell me what Canadian bacon was. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, well, it's bullshit because you guys would just be like, "Yo, our bacon's better," and we're like, "Well, that's our
What?
bacon too."
That's just bacon here. We call it fucking bacon.
Well, what the fuck? Well, what the fuck is the other
Why
stuff?
don't
The
we
strips of
have
ham.
it? Like,
It's
you
just
know,
fucking
just
ham.
ham.
It's just
Ham,
cold.
back
Because
bacon.
bacon is fried,
Ham,
right?
back bacon.
And ham is
Yeah.
just like cold. Like a slice of ham is just cold, unfried bacon, right? So it's just Canada cold. It's a stupid joke, is what it is. We're a joke. Our country's a fucking joke. All right, that's what it is.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Yeah, you guys are a
Wow.
joke.
And we drink milk from
Sam, we
bags.
rule.
Yeah.
Sam,
Indiana and Florida, a
Sam's.
whole lot cooler. Yeah.
Way more culture.
Yeah, I'm way happier to be
we
from
got
here.
We got
and-
really diverse, beautiful areas going on. Yeah. Are you going to TwitchCon, Harley?
I really been thinking about it.
You
I
should
might.
go.
I'm
We'll
not
all
sure.
be there. It's gonna be a total party.
that'd be
Stalt's
cool.
gonna be there if that motivates
Oh
you at all.
shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
making
it does
his,
a little bit. It really does.
making his debut out of his house.
It's big.
Oh, that's
I've
your first
never left.
TwitchCon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
Whoa.
fly.
Whoa,
for the first time.
maybe
Oh,
then,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I really been thinking about it.
I'm going to TwitchCon for 2 reasons.
He's a partner and he has
after
to.
parties and babes.
Free beer
Okay.
at Voodoo Ranger booth.
Local babes, not TwitchCon
Those
babes. I'm
guys-
talking San Diego babes, and I'm talking free beer at the convention.
At the
Because
convention,
my
baby.
only sponsor's a beer company.
And those people were thirsting to have me on contract. I bet you I get like, hey,
I know.
if I have some beers for my friends or whatever.
They told
Contract
little
free
old me.
beers.
They
Yeah.
told little old me I can bring anyone I want to their thing for free beer. I'm like, I'm gonna bring 1,000 people. I'm gonna start selling my own tickets to get in.
They
and get
said
free
they were
beer.
going to have tattoo artists too. We should get
Yeah.
a bunch of like
Oh, dude, we
patrons
should get
to go with
matching
us and see
tattoos.
if we can
No,
do
no, yeah, we
something
should.
fucking
We
stupid
should-
on this guy.
We
We
should
like
get advertising on our fans. We should get like dial after forehead fables
mhm.
tattoos on people that we're like, we'll get them right after you. And then as soon as they get them, we're
Run.
like, security, we don't know this guy. Like,
Yeah.
get them. This guy followed us in here. Like, get him out of here. Look, he's insane. He even has a tattoo of us. Like, he's a mega
that's
fan.
stalker shit.
Yeah,
that's
he's a
weird.
parasocial. We kick him out.
Parasocial much? Yeah, then we kick him out.
We recycle. Free advertising all out across the world. Oh my god, that's incredible. Yeah, it's a great idea, Sam. If the cops come, your idea
Yeah,
is incredible.
Totally my idea. I'll take credit for it. The cops won't arrest us. We're too big. We'll tattoo them. Send them home.
We got
We're
two
too big in this
podcasts.
town. We got walking
Yeah.
advertisements all around here. You're
They own
outnumbered.
This goddamn place.
It's like
They
Fight
own the
Club.
city.
Yeah, we got a bunch of crazy fucking guys, Linda. Do whatever. Yeah. Harley, if you you have any that stand out insane interactions with fans where they were like really weird or anything? Not to like call the people out individually, but like
There was like people, yeah, I don't know. There was like, I never like felt in danger.
well, you're a big ass. You're like a
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah,
you're
that's
like,
the thing.
The
Like,
same
I did-
reason you're okay with putting on those fucking Vive headsets at the mall and shit because you're like,
Yeah.
who's
You're
gonna touch me?
You're an adult,
You know?
so you get
Yeah.
an easy pass. Okay, we're
Yeah.
all shorter than 4 feet on this podcast, so we have to like fucking fend. You know.
Yeah.
You
There's
ever
no,
have
I
someone
never
that's-
was scared.
What about awkward?
of
Like pure
anyone.
awkwardness.
Well, there was a guy that like was like a nice guy. He is chill, like, you know, nothing wrong with him, but like I never met him. And like I was out at breakfast once and he was like, "Your door's open."
Hmm.
I'm like, I went back home and my door was open.
Oh,
And I was like, did I or did and how did he come by and see and
that's really creepy.
Yeah, that
That's
one's.
but
would
he
make
wasn't
me
like
sleep
he
with
wasn't a guy
gun
that
in
he
his
wasn't a
bed.
guy that creeped me out though.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that, like what? Like a fucking.
it could have just played out like that anyways. Like it is a thing that could have happened. Like we, you know, but
Not
it
buying
was
I
it.
would have
still
been scanning my house for like hidden cameras and shit after that, for
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be horrifying. Yeah.
Is
I'd
this
be
guy like you've
unscrewing
never
every
seen
light
him
bulb.
once in your life,
Yeah.
and he just came up to you and was like, "Your front door's open."
I
Like,
think
how did he?
I,
Was he a neighbor or something? Or
yeah, he lived in the area.
oh,
Then
that's
like
still
like 10 square miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's still fucking that's
Hey, your
weird.
door's open and your pillows aren't fluffed at all.
Yeah.
Your pillows
Big
are a
cum
little
stain on your bed. I don't even know like where that came from.
Your
Your
toothbrush was
dog-
dry. You need to brush your teeth more. Right? Really?
Your dog was hungry, so I went ahead and took care of that. Oh, that's
Oh.
creepy.
Yeah.
Sam is like he makes the most normal fan in the world could come up and Sam would make it an awkward interaction, which I enjoy spectating, but being a part of it, like, you know, I feel like that guy, I don't want to bring it back to Idaho. That guy was just like, "Hey, are you General Sam?" And Sam's like, "No, it's not me." And then
Yeah.
just stood there and was like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't know what you're talking about." The guy's like, "No, I know your voice. Like, I know it's you." And he's like, "No, that's not me."
Well, because you know it is kind of funny to see how certain someone is,
Yeah, that is funny.
and then they're and
yeah.
like sometimes you'll say no, and they'll be like, "Oh," and then they'll just like walk away like I must have been mistaken, and then they're over there going like, "No, I'm pretty sure that's the guy." Because like if you walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, you're blank," and then they're you're not gonna sit there and be like, "No, I know exactly who the fuck you are." I've done that to someone at Home Depot too. The guy that worked at Home Depot was like, "Hey, you're Sam. I like your videos." I was like, "Totally different guy." I told him my name is Gerald. And he was like, as I was walking away, he's like, "I'm pretty sure." Like I could hear him like, he's like, "I don't know about that," because I was like looking for. So I had my kid and everything. I didn't want to talk to him right then. Yeah. I'm not a very social guy either, so don't just like bust in on me in the middle of while I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
The urinal, yeah.
It's always you're right, dude. It's
The
just like the
urinal.
Fight Club thing. It's always the people that are like working the retail jobs. Those are the guys that. It was
Yeah,
the TSA
right.
guy. It was the guy at Fresh Market. It was the fucking. It's the dude that.
Dude, you
works
could
at Home Depot.
totally be the
It's
Edward
the
Norton.
service people. Yeah. All right, never mind, dude. Come up to me. If you see me in public, I'm the nicest dude. Like,
I want to be Jared
Link
Leto.
up.
I want to be the hot guy you beat to almost death, and then
Yeah.
I still follow you for some reason.
yeah.
I met him. I met Jared Leto.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it was a
Wait,
game counter.
what year? Like what era of Jared Leto? Because he goes through a lot of phases.
Yeah. Like cool, like 30 Seconds to Mars or current like groomer Jared Leto? Like which level of.
Yeah.
Somewhere in
Exclusive.
between.
Oh,
It was
not bad.
2014.
Yeah, it's not a bad year to meet him.
I had like these like really crazy passes to Coachella that were like literally full access everything.
Do you get that through Epic Mealtime or what?
It was
Like,
just a weird scenario this time.
you gotta
Like,
hook me up. with whatever
somehow,
game it is.
yeah. Somehow, yeah,
need a
but
weird
like it
scenario guy,
was
man.
just weird. Like it's just too much to explain too late in the
Yeah, okay.
podcast.
Well, that makes me
but-
very interested. But go on. Yeah, I'm gonna.
But it's just these crazy passes. Like you have like more access than like artists there. But I saw Jared Leto. He had long hair, and he was
Oh,
just
that
wearing
era,
some
Jared.
some flowy get up. And
It's like Dallas.
yeah,
Buyers Club
I think there's
era,
like no, I
or-
think there's like some blonde in it too. I wonder how much of it is false in my head. But
You
I
met
I
Tilda
saw him.
Swinton, and you're
I
like,
met a guy.
Completely
I
different
met a girl
person.
that looked a lot like Jared Leto.
Jared, what's up?
I saw him and I was like, "Whoa, Jared Leto!" And I'm like, also like, I have like the biggest beard I've ever had. I just look like, no, actually, wait, I didn't have a beard, but I was
Had
just
one of
like
those
this-
Hasidic Jewish hats on, the $10,000 ones. Yeah, big beard.
I was just me and just always a weird looking person, and I'm like just big, and I'm like, yeah, Jared Leto. And I'm like,
You.
what up? Like, I'm like, what up with my hand? And he looks at my hand and he's like he doesn't want my hands, like never. And I'm like, oh, of course. So I hold out my fist. I'm like, what up? And he looks at my fist like,
Could hurt my.
and then he gives me his elbow. And then I see his elbow and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, that's not like, I'm not there. Like, you know, I would have accepted a forearm.
Wait, what year is this?
It was 2014.
Oh, this is way before the whole COVID thing. So he was ahead of the curve.
I did look disgusting. I looked like a ridiculous crackhead for sure. Like, I was insane. For sure. Like, I was definitely like,
to go all the way to elbow, not even a fist. That's a little disrespectful.
Well, yeah, it's just, yeah, I would have accepted forearm bump.
When you're at a certain level of celebrity, you get dismissed.
I do, yeah, for sure. I saw Shia LaBeouf once.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He seems like he'd be dismissive, wasn't he?
Give you
was there. He was there, like eating salad, and he had like these like busted like boots on with like paint all over them, and like black drip shorts, paint all over it, like some like weird ripped black t-shirt. And like he was just eating his salad, like looking out the window.
Do you think he did any of that damage to those clothes, or do you think they were bought like that?
I feel like he would. I feel like he would have done it.
Yeah. You think that was his paint on them boots?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like I don't know. He's a crazy guy. He's a wild person. Yeah. We have no idea what he's doing right now. We have no idea.
True.
What do you think he's doing right now?
I figured
Family Guy eating chips. I don't know.
What's that music video he's in where he's just like running around with like a little 7-year-old in a cage?
Wait, that's his next video, or
no? That was a music video he was in like 2012 or something.
That was the last video.
One of those Sia
last known sighting of him was.
No, that wasn't his last sighting. I imagine that's what he's doing on his time off. Whenever he's not in the public eye, he's just in a big ass cage in a room running around in his underwear.
Harley, you said you were big into rap. You know Common?
Yeah.
That's like the most famous person I've met. And
oh, that's cool. Where?
It was at an internship event when I was
he's an actor too.
Yeah. Well, I know, yeah. And I found out during this, he's also an author. And he had a book.
Oh shit.
He was doing like a press tour for, and he came to our internship. In the line, we were at the very front of the line. If you were within the first like 15 people in line, you got a special pass and you got to talk to him afterwards. I felt so bad for my friends that listen to rap and stuff. They didn't make it that early. It was only like the girls on my floor of the internship. I'm like, you should come. They're like, oh, whatever. I get out of work. That's fine. And they all get to meet him, you know, they're like, whatever, like, who is this guy? You know, I'm like, John Wick 2 or something, you know, I'm trying to think, like, what would they know him from? Like,
the coolest scene in that movie.
Yeah, he said John Wick 2. They're like, what the fuck's John Wick? I'm like, and I meet him. I'm like, hello, like, sir, like,
I loved you in Smoking Aces.
No,
is that what you said?
Yeah, I love you for your books and acting. Yeah. No, I said something like, I feel underdressed, and he's like, oh dude, like you look slick right now, like you look good. And I was like, my confidence will never falter again. Like you've bolstered me to such a height. And
okay, I've never heard the complete.
I tried to get a story, by the way.
Right? Dang.
What do you mean? I've told you.
You've told the story, but you acted
month
like,
after it happened.
You acted like unprompted. He was like, "Hey, man, you dressing pretty good," but you first insulted yourself so that his natural response would be to.
Oh,
that's like when a chick goes like, "I look ugly in this picture," and then he's fishing for it.
Sam, you can't remember a week ago. You think you remember the podcast from 2 years ago? No, you're out of your mind. I've told the story the same way every time.
No, you haven't. You left out that crucial detail. You insulted yourself so that he would give you the compliment. That was fished, hook, line, and sinker comment. You socially engineered this man, this poor man, this world-class actor, you just rope-a-doped him into
Not
giving
a
you a
world-class
compliment.
actor.
And then you
I mean,
walk
he's pretty
around.
good at acting, but he's
You're
not,
insulting him now
not
too after
known
the
for
fact. I'm gonna
acting.
send this to Common, dude, and he's gonna be so pissed. He's gonna say, "I remember that kid."
You, Sam, you couldn't get a reply from Haley Joel Osment modern day. You're not gonna get a fucking notice from Common, okay?
Dude, I
What
feel
do you
like
think
Common
you
would
are?
He's
answer.
only interested in sharply dressed interns.
you
all right? You're none
you
of
have
that.
that kind of money to offer Common for a response. You don't have shit for him, okay?
Dude,
Shut the fuck up. You
I'm
don't know
just-
anything about this story.
you know what? I was sitting there with a strong defense, and then you brought up my one weakness, which is getting blown off by Haley Joel Osment. Didn't even respond. That shit was weak. Hey, you got star
That's not
power. Harley, can you get a hold of Haley Joel Osment for us? Do you know that guy? You got any connections out there? That's the little kid from The Sixth Sense. We want him on this podcast, but he's a grown ass man now.
I'm
Friends with him?
with Haley Joel Osment.
no, but I super high took these edibles. And
Can you get us Tom
So,
Hanks? Let's
no,
take
no, but
advantage
what
of
I
him
was-
while he's
what I
in
was-
his super.
While you're high, I want an autograph. And
Yeah.
I'm
Who's the most famous person you know? DM him right now and tell him to come on this podcast.
I wanted to read to Common's #1 fan.
you guys
Sam.
gotta relax. Listen to me. I actually got so blazed to the point where like
No,
it's
we-
uncomfortable. Where like it's not even
Go
just
lay
getting
down
high.
on
It's
that
getting
couch.
scared.
No,
No, I'm good at it. I
No.
could surf it. I could surf it. But I'm just saying like
we'll call this
Yeah.
because I've been there once.
no. I actually I have to still tell you about Haley Joel Osment. You need this.
Okay, yeah, we do
hear
need
me out
this.
here.
Yeah, we do need
Information up
to
first.
good
Hear me
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
you
a
guys
man's
want this. You
dying
want
and you
this.
get like fucking plot line off of him. Okay,
Yeah.
please go on.
He's gonna go to a fucking weed
Yeah,
coma.
he's
Like,
not-
It's so
five
no.
seconds.
This is honestly.
He's
This
the
is where
first guy to die
I'm good at
from a weed
existing here.
overdose
Yeah.
right before. But first, Haley Joel Osment. Okay,
Yeah. You want that? No, I just got fully scared. You know.
no, get to the Haley part. Haley Joel Osment.
But this
Before
is
you're
a good
dead.
place to exist.
Yeah.
I like to go to the movies like this where I give my buddy, I tell my buddy, I'm like, yo, you gotta go buy my tickets. I don't want to talk to this kid. You know, or like someone
No, I know what you
asked me
mean,
for
yeah.
a picture. Someone asked me for a picture in this state. Oh my God. If I'm out in public and like two 14-year-old like kids are like, yo, I'm like,
Dude, if I was
Yeah.
your size, too, I'd accidentally just like crush their heads
Right.
together.
no, you never
something,
even
yeah.
trust me. You wouldn't do that.
Dude, no, 14-year-old
wouldn't do
asking
that.
question. Bam! People's elbow right on his fucking head.
But I was in a
you're top,
movie.
bro.
I was in this movie, Yoga Hosers, where I died from something in my ass. It's just a little moment, but Haley Joel Osment's in that movie also,
Oh,
and I saw him on a plane. And like when I saw him, I was like, "Yo, Haley Joel Osment, what up?" And I was like, "We were in a movie together." Like, "Oh yeah, we were." Like he knew. And I was like,
remembered.
"How are you?" And he was like, "Good." And I was like, "Cool. Peace." And no, I can't catch you, Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, I was gonna say, wow, can you rekindle that awesome friendship you had with him, that camaraderie that you were
Wait,
just
wait,
talking
wait,
about?
wait.
I think his Twitter DMs are open to me.
Was he
So
in
there is
first
we
class?
got somewhat of a lead.
Was he in first class or was he?
Yeah.
Other man.
How's he looking financially? Did you have a nicer plane seat than him?
We were sitting pretty close to each other.
How does
Really?
that work?
Was that like
for
right by
famous
the toilet,
people?
or is that up there near the front of the plane?
oh yeah, that behind the wing. Is that,
Yeah. Were you
Yeah,
like what
where-
grade were you?
We
Were you
had
by
that
the
fire-
toilet? Were you at the exit, the
The
emergency
fire
exit? Were you
escape,
in?
yeah, the emergency
Okay.
exit. So you get that leg room.
okay.
We were both
Okay.
there.
Okay. He doesn't
Awesome.
need it. He's like 3 feet tall. So
Yeah.
that's pretty
So that's
surprising.
just by money is why
You-
he's there. He
yeah.
just
You
wants
guys-
the flex space.
You guys have beef with Haley Joel Osment? What's going
because
on
he
here?
didn't come
No.
on our podcast.
yeah, he didn't respond to our DM.
Does he
Yeah,
know?
we just wanted to have him on. He gave us the cold shoulder. So now, even though I've written before a paper on AI, artificial intelligence,
wanna
know.
Which I
Should
thought was a great movie, by
I
the way.
now have to act like I hate this man because he wouldn't be on here. So fuck
Yeah.
you freak bitch.
I liked you
Haley.
as a kid. Don't like the man you turned into.
I don't like the kid. You would be disappointed. in
Yeah,
what
kid, you would be champing at the bit to be on this
Wait,
podcast.
what happened? She didn't answer the DM.
You just didn't reply.
That's all
he
it
just
is.
didn't reply.
Sam looked at the
That's
DM
it.
and just saw like the
So
red
that's
eye.
magic,
and
they,
that
like,
was
thought
it.
And by the
Tony-
way, I gave him an actual invitation. It wasn't that video I sent you on Twitter.
I'm so surprised you replied to
God,
that. That was the worst video I've ever seen in my
Yeah, that
life.
video
Yeah.
That was
sucks.
so good.
That
was
was
like that felt illegal to post. Like
Hey,
that.
the
honestly-
patrons paid for that. They paid
Yeah, that was
Naked
their
Martin to
article.
rub shit
I
on his
don't-
face, so
I
they can't
don't
be
think-
disappointed.
I don't think I would have like clicked through that and got to where it wasn't responded. Honestly, if Stalt didn't exist, actually,
Oh,
Shout out.
Oh,
to
like
no.
if
This is
Stalt
the
didn't
first
exist,
time
I don't know
Stalt's
how it
done
would have come
something.
together. I would have like, yeah. I think I saw Stalt interact with it or something, and I was like, okay, what is this? And then I was like, oh, okay, this is jokes. And
Stalt, soak that up. Okay. It's
Yeah.
the first compliment you'll ever get. It's the first time you'll ever get yours. Okay. On this podcast. Besides the comment section. The people love Stalt.
that
but
video
Yeah,
was
they love him. Yeah.
that video was very bad video.
that video
It was very
felt
bad.
like it shouldn't be allowed on Twitter. I saw him like, well, there's no way he shits. And then I'm like, wow, he shit. There's no way he
Yeah.
puts it in his hands.
So can you go ahead and just put that video
there's
in right
no
now?
way
Edit
he
that in.
rubs it on his own fucking face. Like,
like it's
In that
fucking
video,
Oh, I didn't
Bella's
get that
friend.
far. I didn't get that far.
oh, dude,
Oh,
does
he
that?
wasn't
You
on his
did?
whole face.
No, I didn't.
You have
What
to
the
watch
fuck?
He
the whole
rubs
thing.
it on his face. And how
He
much did that
pisses-
video cost? Wait. Before you say that,
$60.
no. I said before you. I was gonna have him
Less
guess
than a AAA game.
Oh.
dude.
$60.
Yeah,
Wait,
Less than
wait,
Battlefield.
wait. What do you mean it cost $60?
to get
That's
that whole
it.
video.
It was like a Fiverr thing. He was like, I shit on my face.
Yeah.
And
And
hold
he's
on,
like,
hold on,
"Please,
hold on,
Harley,
hold
come
on."
on the
$60.
podcast."
Wait,
Yeah.
hold
Very
on.
Cordially
Hold
invited
on.
you.
That video's custom?
Watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch it again. What do you mean?
Wait,
custom? It
wait.
says you're cordially
Wait,
invited to be on the Forehead Fables podcast. He shits, rubs it on his face, and then he does a round of applause and wiggles his
That
cock.
guy pooped on his face for you, and you're not
He
even gonna
pissed all over his own
recognize.
fucking
What the
balls.
fuck?
I never made it that far.
You didn't make it that fucking far. What is wrong? You just saw Naked
You
Man.
just
Thought that
saw
was the
Naked
height of the
Man.
joke.
I
there?
was like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
no, dude, that was damn.
No, it's like an illegal
That
bad
shit's
video. It's
Custom?
It's
Yeah.
custom, baby.
we got, if
$60
maybe,
bucks.
Maybe if we'd done those kind of
It's a-
theatrics for Haley, he'd be on there.
Yeah, you would be, yeah. Well, it sucks because I went through all that effort.
man.
It turns out the
That
fucking
is
guest I sent it to
so
didn't even
funny.
soak it up, didn't even appreciate
He
it.
saw his naked ass and he's like, all right, that's enough. That's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in.
I'm there.
He
I'm
shits,
there.
I'm like, say less. I'm there.
Dating
Oh.
time right now. Oh,
So
that
funny.
video. God damn, that makes me feel worse for watching it.
You're desensitized now. You're
How do you
fucking
think
correct.
I felt? I had to fucking, first of all, it wouldn't upload
had
to
to give him
Twitter, so I
pointers.
had to sit there and like pixel peep it for 40 fucking minutes trying to re-render it into different formats, handbrake it. Okay, I had to watch that thing 30 fucking times.
And that's not.
I kept thinking to myself, I was like, why that shit? You would think
I-
you would shit.
well,
'cause
the
he
first
shits
time
in
I
his
saw the
hand,
tweet,
and
the
it's
first time-
so brutal. I'm
the
like,
first time
I
I
would have
saw the
rubbed any
tweet-
other shit on my face. Like, not that one, man.
The first time I saw the tweet, I thought it was a bot.
He thought it was a bot.
I thought it was a bot. Like as soon as I saw the thumbnail and how the video looked and everything,
Yeah.
and then I went back and I never watched all that. I thought it was like say less.
You need to go give that a full once over. Watch from
What do you
beginning
mean?
to
I'm going to
end.
instantly save it to my
Yeah.
device.
Don't
Yeah.
watch it. Don't watch it.
Yeah, go watch
It's
that
awful.
You
thing.
should watch it. Yeah.
It's like it brought me back to like the early days. Like it almost
What?
felt like it felt like Pain Olympics. It felt like Blue
Um,
Waffle. Like I didn't realize that shit was now. Maybe I'm naive. Was so readily available that you could pay a
And
man.
cheap. Yeah.
And
Pay a
cheap,
man
$60.
$60.
That's the big thing there. 60.
What do you think the
fucking
production cost
$60
was
to
for
poop
like?
on-
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
box of Raisin
all his
Bran,
meals for the day
like-
before. Yeah, like
It's not illegal to rub shit all over yourself.
I don't.
No.
I guess it wouldn't be, but it should be. Listen, I don't
It's
want
not,
the government
yeah,
controlling your
it's-
body, but I think the government should tell you not to do that. Okay.
You think you
Don't-
can rub shit all over your body and go outside, and go to like the mall and like or like hang around
See,
outside?
No, but then it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why
I think
not?
you'd
What do you
probably
mean,
get
why?
arrested. I
You
think.
can't. Yeah, if you cover your
Yeah.
shit self in shit and like walk near people,
But like,
yeah,
what
the
if
cops-
you?
the
What
cops
if
will
you
come.
pissed
If I'm
on
a
your
cop and
shirt?
I come and someone's covered in shit, I'd be like,
I'm gonna shoot them.
Yeah.
Well, like, what if you piss on your shirt and then let it dry and then walk around? Like, you can't get arrested for just smelling really
I've never
bad.
gotten arrested
That's
for
such
that
a
once.
weird scenario, but yeah,
I'll
no,
call
I'm
the. I'd
Piss
call
a
the
little bit
cops.
on your pants, and then you wash your hands, and then dry them off on your pants to cover up the fact that you pissed your pants a little
No.
bit.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
I
pissing your
understand
pants,
this,
it's
yeah.
not
Terrible, yeah.
shaking enough, okay?
Mm,
And every man's been guilty of that.
yeah, dude, Harley, you fucking rubbed your eye like 5 minutes ago, and it made me rub my eye like a yawn, like it was contagious.
What
Like the
the
second
fuck?
you rubbed yours, I rubbed mine, and now my eye is just burning so
Permanently
much.
itchy.
I also
Yeah.
remember you saying that you're really high from those edibles, and now
Yeah, I've
now
only
I'm
been
pretty
looking.
high from hitting that. So we could call it a podcast.
Cool.